Choma, if you can hear me, can you unmute real fast just to test my audio level for Discord?
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Okay, I did a what's it called? I did a What's up, guys? What's up? I did a Windows update today, and I guess that messed with my settings for my mics. Wait, let me make sure that Discord's all okay then, because I don't want to freaking blast these guys' ears out. It is not okay. Discord is not okay. Discord's gonna also come through. Dude, it messed up everything. Fuck Windows update. Okay, there we go. That was, I guess, good timing. Okay, so this is what I was saying. I was actually speaking to Dan here. I was saying, that, yeah, like, Clavicular getting brutally frame-mogged by the ASU frat leader. It was crazy, wild. Some of the biggest news, I think that might be the biggest story of 2026 so far. But it depends what side you're on. Like, I might be on the ASU frat leader's side, so I might kind of be fired up that, like, Clavicular got frame-mogged. It all depends on where you're on with this. I know that it's very, you know, polarizing topic, so, you know. Was I aura farming? I was indeed aura farming. Lit response, good. Yeah, that's, so it depends whatever side you're on there. Let me, let me see a few things here. I gotta get I'm gonna try and put chat up. Let me get chat going on, YouTube side of things. One sec, YouTube chat. We're not logged in here. Let's do it. All right. Yo, YouTube chat. What's up, guys? This dude, you're such a fucking loser, James Pierce. So let's just ban the fuck out of you. My God, I can't imagine a fucking guy that is a loser like that. This guy comes into the chat 2 days in a row to just spam fucking nonsense. So, you know what? That's the old chat. He wasn't even actually here this time. Whatever, we still banned him. Still banned him. What does G-tab mean? What the hell does J-tab mean? Wait. Is this 7T? Oh, get that as banned. I was gonna say, is that a 7TV thing that I don't have set up? Nice flow. Is that my sister? Who's Jumbo Fan 1? I thought that was my sister. No. No. Oh, yeah, that is. Bro, nice. Does, let me see something. Yo, let's see if the chat pops up.
What up, Don?
It does. Yo, guys.
What up? What up?
What's good?
Chillin'. All right. Talk again real fast.
Test 1 2 3. Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, cool. I think audio levels are good. Chat, let me know if they're too loud. Okay, boys. So yeah, I sent y'all that spreadsheet. All of those little links at the top, the tournament format, all that stuff, very useful stuff in terms of just how the tournament's going to go. That said, Minus Tempo was live earlier, and I was in chat, and he was trying to figure out how we are going to get some of the teams there.
Yeah,
And
Sean,
it's
that was just
very
a test to
confusing.
see if
Their
it would
rules
pop
don't
up
make a
on
whole lot of sense. So
if the chat would pop up on the screen now.
But I thought we just cook up anyway, and we operate under the current assumption that they're going to try to get 40 unique nations. It is a little unclear because if you go to the FAQs, there is a section where it says, can a nation field more than one team or player per title? And it says, ENC aims to ensure the widest possible global representation. For team-based titles, each nation may field only one team per title. However, in some game titles, qualification pathways may allow for multiple teams from the same nation to compete in order to determine which team will represent their nation. So we don't know if there's going to be like a qualifier that determines all of the United States teams are going to have to compete against each other to see who represents the US, or if it's just like handpicked that like whoever Hal wants goes. And I still think there's, based on what we're going to cook here, I think there has to be wiggle room and they're going to have to allow multiple teams from countries, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I saw Tempo's tweet that said something like there's like 10 spots for like America's teams or something like that, which I think would assume naturally would be like multiple USA teams, right?
Well, so it's weird because I can't remember which one it is. If you go to, I think it's the
OG.
the tournament format link.
What up, dog? Thank you for
If
the
you go
follow.
to that one,
You look like a pro player. Are you a pro player?
actually,
Yeah.
maybe not. That,
I got
it's one of these links. I think
$150
it's
in
actually
earnings. I
it's
played in
the
BLGS.
press
I've
release
played
one.
on LAN
The
one
press
game in a
release
show
one
match.
tries
So
to
I'd
give
say I'm a
more
pro player.
information, but it
Wearing
doesn't
a
give a
dark
lot
shirt,
of
dark
great
zero
information
shirt right now. So I would say,
so
by some
it
people's
talks about
definition.
how there's going to be 20 teams that get auto invited based on total ALGS champs points following EWC. So, for example, what I'm assuming that means is that Unlucky on Alliance will probably make it to a finals and will single-handedly qualify Austria to an auto invite slot for one of the 20 spots. Because think about it, how often do we have 20 different nations represented in a finals lobby? Especially with how many players are like from the US
Yeah,
or like
so many are from the
duplicate Japan
US.
teams. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that that's going to be a whole weird thing. And then after that, there's 2 wild card slots. I don't know what that means. To me, that feels like they're saying we're gonna give a couple other countries like another team. And then there's 18 other slots that if your country doesn't auto qual based on the invite, there's gonna be qualifiers that all the other countries, I guess, can participate in. But then the thing that got weird about it is there's a certain amount of slots per region that get to be in the qualifiers. So yeah. It's weird.
So
Yeah, Panis, I got this pulled up.
I agree though with you that I think we just do it like it's more fun to assume as this is like a standard World Cup. Just do it that way, roll with it. Cause like if we don't do that, I fear we don't get to talk about Team Canada.
Well, actually, I think Team Canada is going to be one of the auto invites.
Well, depending
because
on
once
how.
again,
I guess my thing is depending on how to do it. Unless like they think that like if you want the strongest teams, like it ends up being like American teams. Like just because these things are all confusing to me, right? Like I saw also Tempo's tweet that showed that literally Blinkster was the only one at LAN this year.
Well, from
Magic
Canada,
Beast,
no, Riley
what
was
out?
there too.
True, yeah.
Jelly was technically at LANs because of the open.
Thank you for the follow, Magic Beast. Thank you for the follow.
Koi, right? Still at the time.
Yeah.
With Blinkster. So anyway, so there were multiple Canada players, and Don and I were looking earlier. 3 players from a nation
are you
at
Canadian?
a LAN is
I'm
like
Canadian,
enough
bro. That's why I
for you
brought
to
it up.
be one of the like what 6th most represented countries at a LAN finals.
Yeah.
So like Blinkster alone can, like I said with Unlucky, Blinkster alone, if he makes a LAN or a LAN finals, can probably get Canada qualified. And then you add in Riley and Jelly, who are like also in there. You know, I think Canada's actually probably safe. But once again, it's just very confusing as to how they're going to select all the countries. So I think we just start, we go to the spreadsheet. Me and Don went through the list of countries and just tried to put as many that we think are pretty solid in terms of Apex. And based on these pictures alone, there are a couple things I need to bring up. First off, you'll notice there's Great Britain on this top row. It is not separated as England. It is not the United Kingdom. It is Great Britain, which for the for the people who don't know, that is England, Wales, and Scotland all combined, okay? Now, in Apex, I don't think that really matters because I think most of the players are just from England. I don't know how many of them are from Scotland and Wales, but regardless, that's just Great Britain. They all get combined. The same goes for, there's some weird stuff when it comes to, obviously, the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukraine is allowed. Russia, you can only compete at Esports Nation Cup in 1v1 games.
Hold on, chat.
And you're not allowed to use a country flag. So Apex will not have a Russian team. We will also not have a Belarus team for the same reason. You can only compete in 1v1 games if you are from those countries, which means no Apex. Then one other question I had, because this is a little bit of a weird spot too, is the China, Taiwan, Hong Kong stuff. according to this, they're going off of the Olympic rules, which in the Olympics, there is China, there is Hong Kong separately, and then there is Chinese Taipei, which
Thoughts,
is
chat?
Taiwan.
Look at
So
this.
all three of those
Team
will
USA
be separate
jerseys.
participating
I already
countries.
photoshopped them up. That's the thumbnail for
So,
the YouTube stream.
There you go.
Look at I mean, whenever we want to get to US, look at I sent you guys a message on Discord in a group TM.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, buddy. Chat, look at this. This is what Chump already cooked up, man.
I'm just showing my
Is
chat
this your
too.
thumbnail on
That's the
YouTube?
thumbnail on YouTube.
He's getting the thumbnail ready.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Where
was
did it
cooking.
go? Did I already close it? I already closed it.
He was cooking. Okay, so anyway, I put 30 countries on here. I left room for 10 more if we want to go there. I did link on the right side. You'll see the players. That links to Liquipedia, so we can just go scroll through to pick
What
players.
up, Armin? What up?
But I think we
Jad?
just start cooking.
Is it Jad?
So obviously, I think we go with
Zero
US
Gen
to
Walty. I
start.
know it's a good squad. Watch your Kraber game analysis.
Yeah,
Fire,
I
and I haven't
mean,
even played a game in Apex 6 years.
It
Thank you,
feels
Armin.
like a pretty
Should hop
obvious
on.
one.
Apex
at
has
least
changed a
for
lot in
2
2
of
years, and I
them.
think it's in some of the best spot right now.
Which actually, that brings up a good
man.
point. Reminder, chat. You were only allowed if let's say, for example, with Shopify Rebellion, they are all 3 American players. They cannot all represent Team USA. You can have a max of 2 teammates from that country that can team, and then you'll have to pick up somebody else. So that's why Don said there's 2. Obviously, Waltzy's Australian, but in this circumstance, we're both thinking Hal and Guild, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Hal and
Yeah.
Guild. It just makes sense now. Like I remember Hal like tweeted out before he was teaming with Guild like Zainu and Koi, but I think after
That
like
was
kind of like
a while ago.
yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying like after
Yeah.
like recent results and now the teams with him, I feel like it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So now this is where we get to who do we think the third is going to be. Also, actually, before we get there, because I think that's the more interesting discussion, who we think the coach is going to be. As of right now, the options off the top of my head, Raven, Psycho, Talmadge, and then like Nick, aka ZZ, if he wanted to come out of retirement. I think the most obvious option there is probably Raven, right?
Yeah, I think it would be
Yeah,
Raven.
I agree.
Which once again, I'm not sure if this is how it works, but I did see that for the whole Esports Nations Cup, it seemed like they were indicating that the way that national teams will be selected is that there will be a country manager that will manage all of the games for your country, and that manager will hire a coach for each game, and then the coach is the one who actually selects the team. But then Apex gets weird because of the qualifier stuff, so I'm not sure exactly if that's how it's going to work. But in that scenario, Raven, Hal, they got the history. Raven probably picks Hal because it's that's the guy, and then you build your team from there. But who do we think the third's going to be? Because I have some insider knowledge here, but I want to hear y'all's opinions first because I did actually ask Hal at Champs.
Who you'd pick?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, I was like, I'm trying to make sure I don't because like it almost felt like Zainu Koi were like the other 2 options. There's so many American players though, and I'm just curious if maybe like there's one that Hal maybe like jives with better.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I think the biggest thing when you look at it, with Hal, with Guild, you've got your IGL, you got the guy that's gonna be basically like your fragger. Right now with this meta, who's gonna be the guy unless things dramatically change with the meta? That's gonna be Newcastle Crypto. I mean, that's just what the roster's shaped up to be. That's the hole that they're looking to fill. So if you base it purely off of that, the couple options that at least jump out would be Zap or Vaxlon. Those would be 2 that would make sense as kind of like that role as 2 players that have played those characters very well. There might be some other options out there, but at least 2 that make a whole lot of sense. And, whether they want to go triple control or whether they want to have an MK player, those would be the 2 I think that would make the most sense if you're looking for purely like a team fit sort of thing. So that'd be the 2 I think that make the most sense for me.
As I'm scrolling down the list of players here, I mean names that pop off the screen are like Diego Soros.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Fade, Dizzy.
Maybe his Watson comes out of
Asu.
retirement.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, Zap's a good call too. I don't know. What's your insider knowledge? Like there's like Zap. I feel really like Zap or
So-
Zainu. That's why I made the thumbnail with Zainu because I feel like Zainu's so like flexible and could do all that stuff. Like you don't think he could play crypto if they needed to?
I feel like him the problem is he's just never played on crypto. Now I will say Zainu is a yapper and he's an ISGL, so he absolutely probably could do it. The guy will rattle off information like no other. That said, my insider knowledge is that when I asked Hal, he was like, "Listen, I got to get a support player, kind of like Don saying. I need a guy who basically is just going to fill Waltzy's shoes." And he said the options that he said to me were Zap or Vaxlon. And I will just throw out this disclaimer. This was after champs. This event is happening in November. So this could completely change by the time we get there. You know what I mean? Like he could pick somebody else. It could be totally different. But he said Vaxlon or Zap. And then he said if he wasn't allowed to play with Guild, he mentioned McLovin's name. So those were kind of the three options that I was hearing. But to me, I feel like Zap fits in the best. Number one, he's a controller player. Number two, he's played crypto in the past on certain rosters. He didn't do it a lot on Shopify, but he's done it in the past. And I feel like the Newcastle thing is just going to be the weird spot for that team because Zainu does play Newcastle for Shopify. But I think that Guild is good enough at like pretty much any character that if they needed him to, he could figure out Newcastle. And I think the same probably goes for Zap because the guy has filled so many different roles. So I think that team, though, in terms of just pure firepower, Zap feels like the closest direct one-to-one replacement to Waltzy of like controller player, can probably do crypto. We'll see about the Newcastle.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Let's I mean like Zap, like Zainu, I feel like you're splitting hairs there, so I'm makes sense.
Okay, let's throw Zapto in there for now, but I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but at the bottom there, I did throw down some other countries if they allow more than one team, so we can cook up other
Yeah,
US
like a
and
second
whatever,
US squad.
just for other options because you never know. Okay, let's go Australia. I feel like this one's pretty cut and dry. We're all feeling it's like 0 Waltzy Jen Burton, right?
Yeah, 0 Waltzy Jen Burton. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. It's tough because the second Australia roster can absolutely exist as well, right? And would still probably be like a top 5 or roster at the LAN. Absolutely VOD. Absolutely VOD. Don't look at this. I didn't type this. That was if you didn't hear me mention your name, it might have lagged when I said it, but I definitely did throw you in there. So you were mentioned.
Are you guys already streaming together? Did the invite already go through?
That's my chat is on my camera.
I just sent the invite here now, so you both can just accept that, and I can start the share chat thing.
The knock thing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the shared stream. Yeah.
Shared stream. Yeah. Hold on, let me try to do that real fast.
You're good.
Don, what are your thoughts on Australia?
Yeah, I mean, I think for Australia, it's very hard to think of anybody because not just because of obviously the 3 players, but just the roles. Like they just kind of all naturally fit into like a roster together. With Zero IGL and with Jen Burton being the fragging type characters, or just even like the controller legend characters.
The qualifier spots like Jay went through it at the beginning, VOD. It's just like really kind of confusing. We don't even really actually understand how it fully works.
Obviously, you have 3 of the best players
it's like players from different countries can qualify their country to get in. But like it doesn't make sense right now if multiple teams from one country can qualify. Like there can be like 3 USA teams. That's the thing that's a little bit confusing.
Who do we feel like the coach is? Are we all kind of agreement? I would assume Draugr, just because he's worked with all 3 of those guys in the past. But do y'all feel strongly that it might be someone else?
Yeah, exactly. I would say that no, I'd say Draugr. Yeah, like it's like Draugr or Dawn. Like I wonder if like they would even find a way to have literally both of them.
I mean, Australia's stacked. They got Winnie, they got Rogers. Like they're very stacked in terms of the coaching options.
No, that's true.
It'd be hilarious to imagine they did it like traditional sports where you got like the entire coaching staff. You got like 5 assistant coaches that all walk out. Australia would be incredibly stacked. You wouldn't need all of them, but that'd be crazy. Okay, so those feel pretty cut and dry.
I see real quick, just because I know a couple people brought up in chat, they're mentioning how Zero and Jen Burton have had that falling out. What are your guys' thoughts with, do you think they can get over that? I would assume they would, but like, what are your guys' thoughts with Jen Burton and Zero?
Yeah, I don't think it would really be an issue for a competition. Most of these guys like have those falling outs and then like, I don't know, kind of get over it behind the scenes and shit like that, and they'd be able to compete again for like one tournament. I think they'd be fine.
Yeah, I think they'd be fine too.
I could be wrong. Like I've never asked them, but
I mean, listen, the one thing that we know about them from what was publicly stated for a while is that apparently there was talks they might have wanted to break up for quite some time, but they were winning land. So it's like, why would we do that? You know, they're going to stick together. So I feel like in that
But yeah,
case,
Vod, so like
if
that's
this is
what I
the
was
best
saying. Like
possible
it's
team,
really
if they
odd
feel
because
like
I
this
see
is their
6
best
America's
chance to
team,
win,
but that could be
especially if it's
USA,
truly
Canada,
40 different
Mexico.
countries,
And then
then
if they're
I
still
think they
counting
run
it as like
with each other
the way that they
because it's
do
one
like
tournament for a
NA now,
$1.2
like where
million
it's like
prize pool.
there could
Why would
also
you
be
not?
more South
I
American
could be
teams.
wrong though.
I guess you could factor in like
And
more South
ultimately,
America teams in there for the 6 American
it's
teams.
weird. I feel like
But
Zero's
if
probably
they
a lock
allow
on the team no
multiple,
matter
then
what,
like
just in terms
USA
of
will
the
gobble
IGLing.
them up.
So if he really does have beef with Jen Burton like that, which I don't think they do, I feel like they probably got over it and they're fine. Like a lot of teams, sometimes you just need time apart to like get over that kind of stuff. But it's not like they lack options. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of other Australians you could easily pick up. Like
Well, I was
just
just
anybody from that SAUL roster, you know?
I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
in that 1% world where he doesn't, Jen Burton decides not to play or whatever, which again I don't think he would. But who do you think would be that next in line person?
Probably Sharky.
If it's with Zero, yeah, he just likes
I
playing
think
with
I would
him.
agree with that. Yeah, I was just curious, but yeah, it's gonna be these three. I mean, there's no point even really leading that on much longer. So
All right, so now we get to Japan. I feel like the two locks for me right now are Yuka and Yolariman. Thoughts?
See Design Panic. Yeah. Honestly, Yuka, Ilariman, third spot though. Because honestly, I thought like that what's it called? Why am I forgetting his name now? The other guy from Unlimit, that's like sick.
Peace.
Yeah, Peace. And then
Peace,
Yuka,
yeah.
Ilariman, Peace is like what I was originally thinking. But I know you could like stick Meltzera in there. It'd probably be like a ridiculous squad.
I feel like to me there doesn't feel like a clear third option. Like you could go Peace. I could see like a Liblace or Colonel Garcia, considering that they've teamed with Yuka for a while now. I could see Meltster. I could see like a Satsuki, or like let's say a hypothetical where Yuka doesn't want to IGL. I think then Yuka could be like your anchor, and you bring in Leica. But also I know that Leica's been weird about wanting to IGL, and stuff too. So I feel like there's a lot of options. Don,
You're
what are
saying
your thoughts?
Colonel Garcia for anchor.
yeah, I mean, I think for me, thinking about kind of the options they would be looking for, because yeah, if you're looking for pure roster fit, it would be more of like an anchor person, or kind of like just that role again that is potentially the Newcastle or the Crypto or some of those other roles. I think it might be Meltstera in my opinion, but yeah, that one is very very tough because I feel like there's a lot of other directions they could go in. Because UKF could just be like Yulari Man and Peace are freaking ridiculous together, and they might just go super aggro and just have a good time, and also probably roll a ton of teams. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be a tough one. If I had to guess, I would say Meltstera, but yeah, there's no really like for sure lock into that one.
It's so tough because I'm not tapped into like the Japanese scene to know what
What
Yuka's
up,
like
Brian?
opinions are on other
What
players.
up?
Like
How
I
you
feel like
doing?
Meltstera feels like the easy one because of just how long they played together.
That's
the
what
role
I was
fits, all that
thinking,
kind of
right?
stuff. But it's like, what if Yuka has this like idea of that duo of Yolariman and Peace,
Peace.
like you're saying,
Yeah.
it just going crazy because it's not like Yuka's opposed to just going nuts and like fragging out.
Yeah.
So
Someone
Yeah,
threw out
another
Tyler,
curious
Faye threw out
thing.
Taida as well.
Another curious thing is also about like because like Peace IGLs for Unlimit, doesn't he?
I think it's
I believe
Exudi who
it's
does.
Oh, does
yes,
he?
it's
Okay,
Exuvi,
okay.
yeah.
Then I honestly, if he does an IGL, I think actually like in general, I think if Yuka, Yulariman, and Peace all team together, it'd probably be an insane squad because the one thing I think Yulariman and Peace need is like some experience to help them not just int the fuck out of teams all day long. And like yeah, I've always thought like with just Yuka being the guy of APAC North or APAC North for such a long time, that they'd be good together. So that's the way I see it, but I don't know. You guys like know more about that region than me, so you guys kind of like throw in what you think for the final answer here.
I kind of like the idea of Peace, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Like
I would not be shocked at all if that's how they
I've
went
like
with that.
even like I heard stuff like at LAN and stuff like that like that was a roster that tried to happen, but like because of orgs and everything like that, it just can't. That's what I've like. I
Yeah.
somewhat understood like at LAN or something.
Also,
Well-
just the way that I envision like this year going, like it wouldn't shock me if Unlimit was to
So
this like by the
Alaskan,
time we roll
there's
around
a
in November,
Esports
the
Nations
Alarming
Cup,
and
as
Peace
you
are, like,
see right
even
here.
better, you know what I mean?
Esports Nation
So,
Cup, and
I'm
so
even
what this
trying to think
basically
ahead
is,
to where, like, that's
is
why I
like
kind
there's
of
gonna
go
be
away from,
countries
like,
that
a
play
Melstair or
like
Satsuki
kind of
or
like an
Liker,
Olympics,
these
kind of
kinda
like a
veteran
World Cup.
players, and I'm
And
sorta
so
looking
what we're
towards, like,
doing
what
is
does
we're
this
kind of just
next
theory
generation
crafting who we
accomplish
think the teams
this
for each
upcoming year by
country
the
would
time we
be.
get there.
So instead of like
that's
Orgs,
why
like
I
for example,
feel way
Falcons has like
stronger on,
Waltzy
like,
from Australia,
Peace,
and then
Colonel
you got like
Garcia,
Hal
Live
and
Blaze,
Guilds
like,
who are
that kind
American.
of group of
This is
players.
something different instead, where it's
And
like you
another thing I
play
think
with your
with
country. So
the
Waltzy couldn't play
Alarming
with
and Peace
Hal.
option is that
Instead,
UCF
like it has to be like Hal,
tried
Guilds, Apter.
with, like,
That's what
crypto
we're
and
just
stuff
like
for a
using
period of
as
time.
like a
So
theory
even if
yeah.
crafting
stays
team
through
right
it,
now.
like,
It's
the
so
Alarming
tough
and
with the
Peace would be
Americans
this
too, because there's
crazy
so
with it.
many. Like you
I
probably like
just,
3
play
American
crypto
teams are
duty
like
for
top
most
5
of
teams,
most of
right?
the
So
tournament, and then they just roll with that. So I think that makes a ton of sense. And if I had to put my odds on it, I still kind of maybe lean towards Monstera, but I'm 100% fine with going with Peace because that'd be a fun one.
I will say though, shout out to Jihad in chat. I love the Kakagori shout. Dude's a
Oh, yeah.
baller. Big fan of him. I'm excited to see what he does this year. They just got to sign to Noah's Fox, right?
Yes.
So
I
big
just like his
fan.
name,
He does have a
Yeah.
baller name.
Kakagori.
And that's a guy that's always on the game. Like, he's gonna be another fun one to watch. Like, I'm excited
What-
to see what he does.
What do we think about coaches? Like, I'm not in the know on who the best Japanese coach is, so I feel like I just lean towards either Shuhei Yamato because he's the Fnatic coach or Yona, the Unlimit coach.
Yeah, I am not in the loop on.
Yeah, I would
Coaches.
probably say they might lean with Fnatic's coach. If I had to
Matt.
guess, just because with UKF
I
probably
love
being
Matt
like
comes in chat,
the
says yo, and
centerpiece
then
to this roster, and
pieces
like
out for a
Suganami
little.
just said, he brings a ton of experience as
Yeah,
well. I think that would be I think that'd be a really good option for them if I had to guess.
Suganami saying Yamamoto brings a lot more experience.
Okay.
I missed what Don was saying. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not sure who you were saying, Don. I'm not trying to like
No,
counter
he
you.
he agreed. He
Oh,
agreed
okay,
with
okay.
Suga.
Yeah, I agreed. Yep.
I feel like Suganami would know better than we would in terms of the coaching scene there, so I'm down with that. Although I will say, Faye threw out the little piece that apparently One Tappy is coaching right now, and at least in terms of
Yeah.
former player experience, that's pretty big. The guy competed for a long
Mhm.
time, so that'd be interesting.
Did you say
Okay.
Obley's coming back, by the way, or like, what did I miss earlier
There-
today? Slight aside.
There's some rumors that Obley's going to be coming out of retirement this
Oh,
year.
did
Well,
I-
let's
did I
save that
just
for
leak?
South Korea.
I
Let's
didn't
save
know
that
if
for
I
South
leaked.
Korea.
Okay, my bad,
It's
my
all-
bad.
And it's gone.
Listen, it's all rumors. It's all rumors.
Okay,
I
okay.
have no clue if it's anything's confirmed on that. Nothing's been announced. There's just rumors. Anyway, let's go to Mexico. This one's weird because obviously prior to the knowledge of like the 2/3 rule, we felt like it was just clearly going to be the legacy roster. But now Niazul has left. That said, if Phony doesn't make it onto the United States squad, and once again, I'm not sure exactly how it works in terms of like which rosters you can compete for. Like, I don't know if it requires citizenship. I don't know if you have to like actively live there.
One year of citizenship for like that country, so you can be a dual citizen or whatever your citizenship can be. It just has to be at least 1 year.
So then it's
but-
I'm not sure. I don't know how Mexican citizenship works. Like, I know, like I don't know where he was born, so I don't know if that impacts things. I don't know if it's just based on your heritage. But that means that Phony's in play. I didn't even think about it.
So
Tack
wait,
just said
Phony's actually in play?
Vaxlon.
Like he has a citizenship there?
Like I said, I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay. But we're
I'm
saying,
not
so
sure
we're
how
just
Mexican
we're just gonna
citizenship works.
assume and like throw him in here just to make the best possible roster. Is that what we're doing?
I feel like if Phony's in play, there's just no way that he doesn't get picked, right? Especially since I know Yanya speaks English. I don't know
Yeah.
about Jaguares or Niazul's English. I don't know how good it is at this point, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Phony speaks English or Yanya speaks English. So
Let Yanya IGL.
sure. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Phony could call zones, Yanya IGLs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
So
know about that one.
is Phony, if he can't communicate, a better IGL than Yanya who can communicate with both?
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like Phony probably just communicates to Yanya, and Jaguares, if he's still on the squad, just like follows along, and Yanya will communicate important things to Jaguares if needed. You know?
Then work with pings.
Yeah. So does Vax count? Who in chat said Vax counts? Yes, Tack. Does Vax count? I'm looking at his Wikipedia or his Wikipedia, and it says just United States. I don't know if he has dual citizenship or anything like that. I'm not sure on that one. Noct honorary Mexican. Honestly, good call. Let's put Noct in there. He has a Mexican parent. Okay, Tack, explain to me then. How does Mexican citizenship work? Are you a citizen if one of your parents is from there? If like one of your parents is a citizen? Because I know some countries work like that. I think that like I was talking to Dia, and I think Dia has citizenship from Spain because of his parents. Because if that's the scenario, then I feel like the roster is probably Phony Yanya Vaxlon, no?
Vaxlon. Yeah. And then I guess your communication issues are out the window. Like you can
Yes, no, you still have to apply if I remember correctly, but some nations do automatically grant it. See, that's the tough part. I feel like at that point, if we don't know for sure, then we probably have to default towards Jaguares or Neozul because you have to have it for a year, right, Don? That's what you said?
Yes.
And
At
if you
least
have
for
to
a
have
year.
it for a year, then you'd have to have it before today's announcement.
yeah.
So,
I wonder
so
if
I'm
that was like
thinking,
intentional so people can't like try to like game the system.
yeah, I imagine it was Phony, Yanya, Jaguares, probably. How do we feel about that?
Phony Yonya Jaguares. Yeah.
And then I don't know about the coach rules in terms of if they're allowed to also be from the same squad in terms like with the 2/3 thing, but I would just go enemigo because that's
Oh, is that what you mean
like
by the
his current coach.
2/3? So okay, it can't be okay. Sorry, I missed that again. The 2/3 thing is it has to be 2 out of 3. Like you can't have this a full squad.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
Thailand coming up, we cannot have
Cannot
the
use
full Gen G
Genji.
roster.
It's kind of funny though because now Mexico straight up can be the old legacy roster if they wanted to.
Yeah, no, it actually could with Niazul leaving the
Yeah.
squad actually.
Yeah.
So
So
where was Don? It's on the spreadsheet if you click the players link on the right.
I just found it. We're good.
Okay, you're good. All right, so Thailand, Pandas in chat is saying Asia's Ziki A-Flow with Templex as the coach. How do we feel about that one?
Templex's coach, Asia Ziki. Who's that leaving out from Genji?
Dexter.
Dude, I'm so like, ooh. Dude, I'm just such a Dexter fan, but at the same time, like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Dexter's been there the longest of them, hasn't he? Like, of that squad, or?
I'm adding this little caveat because people are going to come in and wonder about the Phony thing. If Phony does have citizenship, we're putting him in there. If he doesn't, he's not in. There you go. We'll put in Niazul. Anyway, so yeah, what were you saying about Dexter?
I'm a fan of Dexter, but I agree with Pandas probably Asia Ziki from the Gen G roster. Yeah, John, we're just doing it like hypothetically, as like Jay's saying.
Because like
we don't
it's
think
definitely gonna be
we're not
Asia.
sure if
you know,
he
I
does.
think it'd definitely be Templex. I think those two 100% for sure. And then yeah, just kind of taking a look at kind of what the rest of the roster would fill out to be. I do think that yeah, I think that Ziki makes the most sense to kind of pair with Asia from that roster, and then obviously needing a third. I do think a Flow does make the most sense. Kind of filling out that roster in terms of role fit and things like that. So, yeah, I think that 100% makes sense there.
Okay.
Dexter / A-Flow both play the same role, but Asia needs Ziki to help him refrag. That makes sense. I think the Thailand roster feels pretty cut and dry. I like A-Flow in there. I feel like he makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'd roll with it.
It is unfortunate, though. I do wish that there is a scenario where Thailand could actually have multiple teams, and we'll get to that at the end, assuming they allow that. Once again, still a little unclear. But in the scenario where they don't, it is a little sucky for Dexter that he's not going to be able to play because of the rule.
Yeah.
Kokorin, if it's not Phony, it's just probably going to be Niazul. I don't know if they have bad blood because of the drop situation, but once again, it's all the way in November that I feel like surely Niazul gets over and is like, you tell me I can play in this tournament. We get the boys back together. You know what I mean? But TAC did confirm Mexico automatically grants citizenship to children of Mexican parents, regardless of the child's place of birth. So I know that Phony has one parent who's from Mexico and one from El Salvador. So I feel like that's got to be Phony on Team Mexico, assuming we don't get multiple U.S. teams. If we get multiple U.S., then we'll talk about that later. I assume he would be the IGL. Okay, let's get to Great Britain. Reminder, this is not only England. This is Great Britain, which includes Scotland, Wales, and I think somebody else also said, I forgot to say Northern Ireland. That is Great Britain. So but I think most of our players are just from the
Look,
UK.
there's
To
literally
me,
on this list one Scottish player, which is Hoodie, and
Yeah.
then Northern Ireland players. Actually, quite a bit of. Oh no, it's Italy. Fucking. There's
to me,
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
roster comes down to Citadel Gaming essentially, and then you add in Zane. And this was the roster that I cooked up whenever I made my tweet about it a long time ago, where it's
I
basically
was actually
just
looking for your tweet. Yeah.
it's Zuni IGLing. We get Zane on the team along with dude, why am I blanking on his name now? Remix Powers. That was essentially the
Yeah.
team that I had kind of cooked up. I feel like Zuni is pretty much a lock. I don't know if there's any other IGLs from Britain that I can remember that are like of his quality. Don, am I wrong on that? Is there anybody better?
I mean, I think that's the main ones. I mean, obviously, like Blast, like there'd be an argument probably like potentially like within that, but yeah, I think that
Like
if we're
even
looking at
Blast hasn't like fully IGL,
yeah,
no?
exactly. So like that's why I think like what you said is literally what I was thinking. So I would definitely agree with those for sure. Because obviously you have Zuni and Remix Powers, that makes sense. Being together in the same team, role fit, all that, and then you just get your fragger like Zane. Yeah, it all makes sense there.
Zane over Tyler. Thoughts?
I would definitely go Zane over Tyler. I feel like Zane's like kind of undisputably just the guy.
I'm just trying to create some conversation here. Throwing it out.
Also, do we know if Tyler's ban situation has even been fixed? Can he even still compete? Like,
Isn't it
what's
just
going
like?
on there?
Isn't it just Twitch he's banned from? He can compete. It was just Twitch, I thought.
Yeah, but then wouldn't he appear on a Twitch broadcast if he's competing? No,
There is some
like
rule where like
because at LAN they
you're
have like a
allowed to
camera and all that shit.
you're allowed to like compete in events. There's like a whole thing now I saw. You're allowed to compete in events like if you're like out of like an esports event. Tyler even like made a
Yeah.
tweet about it that he's like able to compete. He just can't like stream basically.
Well,
Like,
regardless, respectfully to Tyler, I'm taking Zane every single day of the week. Um, anyway, I think coach is probably Bowsy. He's just the Citadel coach. So there you go.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, another name you could potentially throw in there, just based on some of this past success. Nags would be like another name, just to kind of throw like in the mix. Again, could potentially be more of that anchor, but yeah, I just think with Suni and Remix Powers already playing together, it just makes sense to keep them together, and then you just add the fragging power that Zane's got. So, but yeah, there'll definitely be a couple other names that will get some consideration once the final roster is kind of starting to come together.
Absolutely. All right, we move on to China, which reminder chat, China is split up because it's based on the Olympic rules. Hong Kong and Chinese Taipei, aka Taiwan, are separate. So they will not be on the in consideration for the Chinese roster. So for example, QQ, who is from Taiwan, cannot play for China. I think for China, it's pretty easily just the VK gaming duo of Casa and LD. And then at that point, it's like, who do you want outside of them? And I feel like it's probably no name. How do y'all feel about that?
yeah, I was looking at Wolves Esports basically and just trying to decide between them. Right?
Yeah. Coach? Who do we think the coach would be?
Coach?
Who's
Who's VKG coach? Yo,
Yeah, coach is definitely one I am not
Labrie or Labrie, thank you
sure
for the
on.
follow. Sorry, I butchered that up first.
Ida and Shaolin? But I think someone had told me in the past that this is actually incorrect and that Shaolin is the coach, not the manager, but I'm not entirely sure on that.
I Hate the World is no name, right? Like, yeah, we said no
Panda's
name,
saying
which is
Shaolin.
I Hate the World.
Panda, is that correct?
Or
That
is like, am I
Shaolin is not
confusing
the
him
manager
with
and is actually the coach?
yeah, I Hate the World is no name.
Yeah, Labrie, I Hate the World is now named No Name. Same player.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that muted, but
Yeah, Shaolin's the coach. I feel like at that point, if you have Casa and LD, you just probably go with the VK gaming coach too. But also,
yeah,
it is
that's
weird because the coach thing once is kind of technically up to the nation, so they could pick a different one. But I would imagine you got to go with the LAN winners, right?
yeah. That's why I said like whoever the VKG coach is, you just roll with that.
Yeah.
Sweden? Are we moving on?
Uh,
Sweden's a fun
Yeah,
one.
I think Sweden, obviously Hawkus.
Hawkus.
I think obviously Slab. The coach is also probably obviously Noth. Here's where we get to the question mark of the third. Okay. and let me pull up the all the Swedish players. I remember when I made my tweet, I didn't include Graceful because Graceful was retired.
Yo,
That said, at
Mackin,
Champs, Graceful
thank you for
was
the
like,
follow.
"What the
Appreciate
heck?
it.
If Hawkins
Already
asked me
popping
to
off
come
the
play,
follows today, guys. Thank you.
I'm playing." So, but the question is, who does Hawkins want? We could pull like Vifes.
Well, that's what I
We
was
could
gonna say. Like,
pull
does he go with someone he's
Sherb.
played with?
Like, I feel like he goes Vifes because of the fact that he's played with him before. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know his relationship with Grace or Sherb. or
he's
all these
he's
other
boys with
people.
Graceful. Like, I know that they're good
Yeah.
friends. Yeah. So it could be. It's just, I mean, neither have really like competed in like in actual like pro league and everything like that in about the same amount of time. It feels like. So
Vifes has actually been competing recently, no?
was he? Maybe I'm not up to date.
Actually, no, he didn't play last year. I remembered his 9 Lies run in 2024. When was the last time Graceful played?
Graceful like has had like runs. I think trying to like join. I want to say like he was in PSQs last year. I could be wrong. No,
They
because then I
actually
think he would
it
have
was
called for LAN.
it was the exact same split. Graceful's team got 30th, Vife's team got 23rd.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, you're right. Yeah, it's actually literally been the exact same amount of time. But Don, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Hawkins and Slab make the most sense to me. That third, I think for fun, it'd be great to say Graceful. I think what it actually would end up being would probably, I almost want to say Vive, but it could be Sherb just because he's.
I was gonna
I
say
believe,
I'm looking at
played
Sherb
more
now. Sherb
recently.
played most
Yeah.
recently.
So Sherb was
But,
the
like-
one in my original tweet that I put, but I'm just not familiar with Sherb like that to know what Hawks' opinions are, because really that's what it comes down to.
I
Like,
think,
who Hawkins and
and I agree. I think Hawkins might go with someone who he is more familiar with over someone he's like not. So I don't know what his relationship with Sherb is, but like he's played with Vibes, and like even like when like he played with Vibes, if I remember, like Vibes stepped down for more like mental stuff and this and that more than it was like a dropping of this like the teammate or anything like that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, like anyway, so it's just like I can see him playing with him again.
Yeah, Jihad. So apparently, the way it works, to my understanding, is it's the coach that picks the roster. The manager picks the coach. So, okay, let's go to
which I'm sure the manager will be involved, but yeah, it'll probably mainly be the coach.
Let's go to South Korea. I feel like the easy plug-in right now would be Synap and Juicena because we know that
there aren't more
they
Swedes.
haven't
I know. I thought
tweeted
there was more
LFT.
vegetable when I went in here.
Illy
I went to
has
look at that.
tweeted
And I was like, oh
LFT,
shit, there's not
and
as much as I expected.
That's where
why
I
said
think
it's
the
gonna be a
rumors
fun
of
one.
Obley coming
And
back.
then I realized,
are
like,
coming
oh wait a minute,
because
it's just like
that was my initial immediate
Vibes,
reaction was
like yeah,
you
I
just
thought
got
there were way more.
third in the world.
What's up,
How
Mackin?
do you
Fragger of
drop
Extinguish,
one of
sure.
those players? And the only logical conclusion I could possibly come up with is the greatest Korean player is especially IGL, because I guess you could argue who's better, Sangjun or Obley, but Obley would be coming out of retirement to IGL team. That's my thought on terms of that rumor. Once again, I have no clue if that's true. It could be total BS. And I also, there were some people that were telling me that Illy's thing was not like a full LFT, like it was more like it just depends on what happens in certain situations. But if Illy is not on this team, do we feel like we just get the E36 band back together?
Getting the band back together. Yeah. How many team players do you think would like that retired would come out of retirement for something like this though? Because it's like so different. Like you think that like aimbot comes back to play?
I think truly, if any retired player was asked to join the national team, they would absolutely come back.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like, what if you just got like last year's E36 squad back together, right? Like,
I just don't feel like aimbot's better than what they did this year. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But I meant like with the 2/3 rule. Like okay, I know what you're saying though. Like if they draw like with like Illy not playing, right? Like they just bring Illy back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Assuming Illy's not on the team, I feel like we bring Illy back and we just run it back because this team just got third. But here's my thing: if let's say Illy is still on the team this year, I don't think aimbot's the first option. I think you go to Sangjun or Obley and you ask
no, you still go. I do agree. I was just like 100%. Curious because like I mean like aimbot like was like always pretty electric too with like being able to like frag out sometimes. So
and he does have chemistry with Synap, having played with him in the past. I'm not sure if he ever played with Juicena, but like so he has played with him in the past. So I mean it's a fair option, and that is why I actually put South Korea down here in like the if they allow more teams, because I do think that if they had players come out of retirement, they could field the second one.
Now I like what Dank is saying though. What if they just bring out Selly? Guy hasn't played the game since 2019. What if they just bring out
Imagine.
Selly?
What a
Absolute
panic!
W. What's up, Panic? Congrats on
Well,
the signing today, by the way.
True, I forgot about that. Yeah, big team
Yeah.
Liquid. You guys gonna blow up every single day? You and Zero just cleaning your heads off, or what, man?
What up? What
That's
up,
gonna be
Dream?
entertaining.
Colombia's a team at EC. This is
I do
Esports
think that's a
Nations
good
Cup,
pick
not
for them.
EWC. And Jay, I
Don't
think, was
forget
just
that,
kind of
you know,
like
Panic was the hot
putting
freak.
together
That
potential teams
said,
if they
how
had
we feel,
like
do we wanna,
40
like,
different
just
countries.
write down Illy/Obly, because I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we just don't know the scenario. And
yeah.
let's say Illy's on the team. I feel like Obly feels like the obvious, hey, let's go get a guy out of retirement. Panic. Hold on. Breaking
Zero
news.
going
Breaking
crypto.
news.
Zero going to crypto.
Yeah.
Imagine that storyline. Even Imperial Hal couldn't get this guy to go to crypto. And Panic Apex is the one who finally does it. That's got to say something.
That would be something to say the least. But yeah, I think
Okay.
I think to tie this whole thing up, yeah, if Obly's on E36, it's Illy. If Illy's on E36, it's Obly. Both rosters make sense role fit wise. People that played together before. That just that makes the most sense for sure.
Do y'all know off the top of your head who E36's coach is? I'm not a ball knower like this.
That's
to
a dog
know.
question.
It's awesome guy.
I
I
knew
can
it was-
recognize the name too. I think we just plug in E36 coach. There you
Yeah.
go. So Panic,
All right.
from my understanding, I don't think there can be multiple U.S. teams. If you go to the frequently asked thing, it says ENC ensures to have the widest possible global representation for team-based titles. Each nation may field only one team per title. However, in some games, qualification pathways may allow for multiple teams from the same nation to compete in order to determine which team will represent them. So, and Minus Tempo went through all this earlier. So there's a possibility that like Hal's team could compete in a tournament against other US teams and they don't win it, and then they're not the ones making it. That said, the reason we're doing this is because, bro, this is only 30 right here. And when we get to like this row, respectfully, we're going to be pulling some names out of hats that it's like we haven't seen this guy in years. And that's only 30. In just me trying to think of countries and looking at the list, I couldn't even come up with 40. So I think there's a possibility we're going to get multiple. There are the 2 wild card slots. I don't know what those mean. So we'll see.
How many US teams do you think could be made that would be like a top 5 squad?
A top 5 squad?
Yeah. Also,
5 is
I don't know if I agree with whoever's
4.
US just wins this for free. I don't know if I agree about that. For free is tough, but like, will they be most likely favorites going in? Maybe most
It's
likely.
not free because of Australia.
Yeah, I was gonna say
but,
also Australia, right? Like,
and also, I mean, with the Legend Bands POI draft stuff, like we have seen other stuff happen, but like, I mean, how many teams at Champs were from Americas? Wasn't there like 9 or something in the finals lobby alone?
yeah.
Or maybe it was 10, 11, 12. Like it was a lot of America's teams in the finals lobby alone. So truly, if they had it open quals and as many US teams could make it as they possibly wanted, you could probably get like 15. I'm not even kidding. Because once again, compared to some of the countries we're going to get to at the bottom here,
For sure. I don't deny that many could qual to a final. I was saying a top 5 squad.
no, not even a final.
Yeah.
I'm saying just the whole land. Like the whole
Yeah.
land, you could easily get like 15. For top 5, I would say probably 3 or 4.
Shit.
Straight up.
For whole mom's Canadian. Shout out. Okay, that changes
coach.
things.
She gonna coach?
Well, maybe it's just
Or
Verhulst
wait,
is half
not
Canadian.
even. Wait,
Roll
that means-
citizenship.
Hold on, Jumbo. How does citizenship work? I didn't even think about
I don't
that.
fucking know. We let a lot of people in really easily, so like I can't imagine it's that difficult. Like the housing
like,
crisis here is
Do
crazy.
you know about like if people are born there, do they get auto
Yeah.
citizenship?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And I imagine if you have a parent who was born here and everything like that, like it also is pretty easy to get it. So
Let's throw the obvious ones down.
yeah,
We're putting
Blinkster.
Blinkster there. World champ.
Yeah.
That if Verhulst is actually like could represent Canada and we don't get multiple US teams,
Uzor,
there's
thank
no
you
way
for
you
the
don't pick
follow.
Verhulst if
What
you're
up? What
Blinkster,
up?
right? Like, and we all kind of agree Blinkster's just gonna pick the team.
Yeah.
Who would even be the coach be? Do we even know any coaches?
Yeah, I can
I know
coach.
Jumba, yeah. I know Aiden had coached
Yeah,
TSM for a
Aiden.
little bit
Maybe.
there, and he's Canadian.
See,
Do
look,
we have
chat's
anybody
already saying, what
else?
about that one guy, Jumba?
Darkside's actually coached at multiple lands. So same with Cap.
Who are Canadian coaches?
Blink doesn't need a
Dude.
coach. Blink, I mean, I don't even know if Blink wants a coach, but he's gonna have a coach at this event. So,
Dude, Frapper.
oh no, Tempo coming in with he only has a U.S. passport. Tough. No, no Verhulst on Team
You
Canada.
won't have it in time. One could have
Okay,
dreamed.
so then Jumba, as the resident Canadian, who are you picking for the other two besides Blink?
I honestly was gonna say exactly what Panic said in chat was Riley and then Jelly.
Yeah, that makes the
Right.
most sense.
Yeah,
And I-
Riley, Jelly, and then like if you throw Aiden in there as the coach. Now I want to say as a Canadian, I do not stand by Aiden's opinion on Mech Raving Bagels or whatever that shit was. We
Aiden's
do
got
not
some of the most
associate with
whack
that.
opinions ever.
We do
He
not
also said-
associate with Mech Raving Bagels.
Listen, he said the month September was an F tier month, which is just crazy.
What
man.
month
Like,
did he say?
September.
Yeah, that's crazy. September's
He
a
said
good month.
F tier. That's a great month.
I
mean,
don't
I'm
like
biased
see
because
like
that's
these
when I was
opinions
born,
like
but-
great good Apex player like those opinions do make it tough for me to put him as a coach. How does
feel
the
like
manager picked? Can I be the manager? Can I just be the
I
guy
don't
in the
know.
stands with the Canadian flag? Like I'll be there.
I think the manager is like the national team has to apply. Like if you want to be the national team partner, you have to apply because I'm pretty sure Tempo said that he already applied and got rejected.
Oh, I don't want the
Um,
responsibility of like picking the team.
but
Though. That's
then-
true. Yeah.
But then that person ends up selecting the
Yeah,
manager, coach, all that. stuff.
Tempo laid it out.
Alpine
yeah.
got declined for USA too. Okay, so I actually don't want responsibilities at all. I just want to be the vibes guy. Whatever that is, the vibes guy, that's me. Put me down for that. That's all it is. Be the translator.
Which-
Who
hold
do I
on,
gotta
here's the
translate
thing,
for?
though.
Blinkster?
If you told Blinkster, "Hey man, I'm only here for the vibes,"
Yeah.
he might go for it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because at least in terms of the
True.
coaches we have here, I don't think he's ever worked with Darkside, and I feel like in terms of like history, that's probably the most.
Actually, Darkside is a
accomplished
good one. Yeah.
coach.
I
So
saw
that's
John
probably who I
talking
would
about
who
that.
I'd write down.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I don't know if he has any connection to Darkside, Cap, any of these other guys. So if you came to him and you were like, "Hey man, convince the Canadian esports organization to make me the coach, and all I'm gonna do is sit behind you and hype you guys up,"
Yeah.
might be down.
And you guys know I do an amazing job about that. You guys know
True.
I would. Like
True.
I don't think I'm
Okay.
built for anything more than rooting for my country. You should have seen me today and the heartbreak I had in just the women's like hockey game. Like yeah, devastated. Didn't get any work done.
Now, here's actually some intel that I totally forgot about. Blinkster's brother is Cobra. who
Yeah, shit,
teamed
we
with
did forget
Cap,
about that.
and
Yeah.
Cap. Did Cap coach MCoy? That's what Vegetable Man saying in chat. Was Cap coaching MCoy? I remember he coached somebody for a little bit.
Dude,
But I
Cap's
couldn't
name
remember
wasn't
who
on
it
this
was.
list here. That's why I actually even
You
forgot about
gotta-
it because
you
I
gotta
remember.
go right below Y Jelly. You can unhide staff and
Oh,
talent.
okay, that's why. Because I
And
do
he's
remember
listed under
actually
that.
people originally saying Cap as a coach when they were bringing up thing. I forgot about that. Cap as a coach. Oh,
Yeah.
even Urban, yeah.
Cap actually did coach
Roy.
MCoy, so I feel like we
So
throw in
yeah,
Cap
maybe
there.
Cap actually. Yeah. Okay.
I would-
Still
I
gotta
would
find a way in
say-
as a vibes guy.
I would say another name too to consider on the team would be Urice too, because he has
See,
the
I
ability to
ju-
play for Canada. I'm not
Here's my
saying he
thing.
will. I'm just
No, no,
saying
no.
I think it's an option for sure.
Chad has thrown it out. I feel like Team Canada feels pretty cut and dry to me, especially for the fact that I don't know if y'all saw. Who was it? It was Jelly put out some like clavicular type of tweet where it was the frame
course.
mogging and all that type of stuff. And Blinkster responded to the tweet and said, "At Riley, we might need a new third for Team Canada." So, but to me that implies that that's probably what they're assuming is the roster.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Chat's saying
So-
though that Blinkster Cobra played with Riley in collegiate. Does Blinkster just bring his brother, or because Blink hasn't
don't
really
think
teamed
he
with his
brings-
brother, right? Like
I don't think he brings his brother just for the hell of it. I feel like once again, based on that tweet, to me, it feels like they're all kind of in agreement. It's Blank, it's Riley, it's Jelly. That's the best we got right now. So
I'm fucking ride or die. I can't wait. I'm gonna learn French.
you're gonna be out
I'm gonna
there
relearn
like
French.
front row, rocking like the flag and stuff. Just
The
going
flag. I'll be
nuts.
painted in the red and white.
Hell yeah, man. USA, USA. Vietnam.
Like there's
right.
not many people who are gonna be like I gotta like the whole US section is gonna be filled, and then it's gonna be like me, Tempo, Chrono over on Canada's side, like you know like
Yeah. All right.
okay
So
yeah
now
XO
we
ban
get to
that guy from the
Poland.
fucking chat. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Jumbo the Drake of Apex, ban that too. I don't want. Do not.
I don't know.
Do not
After,
call me the Drake of Apex.
After
Dude.
not like
Oh
us, I
fuck,
don't know if
John!
we
I
want
can't believe I
that
forgot
moniker.
you, bro.
I don't know if we want that anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Poland. I think the obvious two, we've got Light and we've got Lufka teamed together in the past. It's just who's the third gonna be. Don, do you have any insight on who you feel like a Poland third would be?
My bad, John.
This is
My
a tough
bad. That's on
one.
me. Hand up on me.
Might be looking like
Sabs for
Nat,
vibes for Poland.
potentially.
See, we're
That's what I will
thinking.
say,
Now
just before you go on, in terms of staff and talents, I unhit it, and it's only Warchalk who's an observer.
Now
We have
chat.
no
I
coach
did.
options.
I did see that as well. So,
Hey,
yeah,
Warchalk
we'll
got
have
to talk to him at this past land, dude. Dude loves Apex. I'm starting to see chat is throwing in people who they want to bring out for the vibes. Vibe guys might need to start making this list.
True.
Just saying.
Very true.
I mean,
So-
He's not
a lot
wrong.
of these teams we're going to start moving forward into, we're going to need some more vibes. I will say.
I think my two I'd probably throw out there would be Nat or Kyler. That'd probably be the two. I'd probably lean towards Nat, just because of who he's kind of played with, and I think he's had a little bit more success. But yeah, that third one's gonna be tough. But I would lean towards Nat.
Yeah, that's kind of who I was thinking too. A lot more recent pro league experience. Has he competed? He was at midseason playoffs. Obviously, he was at the Open because a lot of people were there. So I feel like he feels pretty safe as the third.
Wait, we got the third. It's Robert Lewandowski. Great shout out. That's who we're.
Oh
putting.
my god! Actually, hold on.
Yes,
What if
It's Robert Lewandowski.
All right, can we put Lewandowski as the coach? Just because
Yes.
we're not sure if he has a lot of
100%.
experience, on the sticks, on the keys. So maybe we throw him as the coach option because we have nothing else.
I agree. Robert Lewandowski. Lock it in.
Lewandowski.
There we go. All right.
I have to Polish celebrity for the exposure.
The real answer for the coach thing is probably just like whoever Light and Lufka know. I'm sure they probably know somebody that could fill in as a
Should
coach.
org be from the country?
Player or
No
something like
orgs.
that. I'm just not
Just
familiar
this.
enough with a lot of these like Polish
Just the
players to know if
squads.
any of them are, like,
Honestly,
hella
I
smart
don't
when
even
it
know how
comes
that
to
all
shit they
works,
want
though.
to
Yeah.
coach.
Wait. So someone mentioned should org be from the country. Like I'm assuming obviously like not like orgs aren't like gonna be like really tied in with this, but like so how do they factor in like jerseys and everything like that? It's just like you said, EWC hires the manager takes care of all that. It's literally just gonna be like that. I'm assuming like
I would assume,
they're gonna like
so
fund it all, like give them all the funding for that shit.
The manager thing it's like a pretty big application, so I would assume that they would probably have to be handling jerseys
What if
and all that
C
stuff. I
countries
don't
are
know.
weird? Yeah, it's a little bit.
Otherwise,
Has an org for
the jersey is designed by the national partner. Okay, so there you go. This is actually, hold on, another stream idea, and we get Wyatt in on this one.
Yeah, making
we
jerseys.
rate the fits. We
Rate the
no, we don't
when
even
they
make
come
them.
out. When they come
And they come out, we rate the national team fits, because here's the thing. We are in the 4th week of the Nations Cup, and my assumption is they're not going to be making jerseys for different games. So we will see all of these
Tempo
jerseys.
Tempo just puts down there that every team in the country where
So
exactly.
Like now that there's more people rolling in the chat here, so you guys don't like my original concept of just stealing the USA soccer jerseys. I don't even know if that's their most recent kit. I just literally searched it up, and that was the one that was easiest to Photoshop. Chad, what do we think?
True. Wouldn't even be mad about that.
It's
Would not
going to
be
be
mad about
interesting
that at
because I
all.
wonder how many of these places are going to go like super basic or kind of try to copy maybe like Olympic style stuff / soccer style stuff. I don't know.
I feel like
We will have
esports
to
jerseys
see.
are always just so like soccer coded, so that's why.
True. Very true. Okay,
This
let's get on
is
to
gonna be a land
Indonesia.
McNuggle.
To me, this feels
it's in
pretty cut and dry
it's
in
in
terms of
November. It's
the
gonna be a
first
land,
two,
but
which
we
is
just don't
Strafing,
know
Flame, and
exactly. This
Easy
is a lot of
Flash.
like
We agree on
theory and just for
those?
fun stuff.
Yep. 100%.
Now, who do
I
we
think
get for the third?
Well, I think the coach is pretty easy too. Salvatores, I think is how you say it. That's the
Yeah,
main one that I know.
he
So
did coach Easy Flash back in the day, from what I
yeah,
remember. On
I think ENC would
what
dumb
was
down
that
to who
team
has the
called?
most
They
chemistry,
made
so
it to a
probably
land
Australia.
too.
No,
I
but
can't
you
remember.
can't tell me
Anyway, he
United
coached them.
States
It was
doesn't
back
have
when
that
Easy Flash was
seat.
actually IGLing.
Yeah,
Who do we think
absolutely
the
do.
third is, though?
Indonesia,
I
Flash.
remember in
Let
my
me see.
initial tweet, I think I put Lahim. I know Lahim, Bastion, and how do you say his name? Kizans are like pretty solid. So, because they had made it to multiple lands in the past, it's Ronan or a CC player for third. Panda's, I mean, our resident
I was gonna
Apex
say, like,
Scout
I mean,
guy.
he's probably gonna have the answer then. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with Ronan. Who is Ronan? He was at
I
the Open.
feel like I remember the name Ronan, yeah. But
He was on the Source Gaming roster last split and the Kakoi roster at the Open. Some of these countries are gonna have to field content creators. Oh, Tempo, don't worry, we're gonna get there. I mean, listen, if Pandas is saying Ronan, we're gonna put in Ronan
yeah,
because I feel like he would know better than we would.
let's go.
Especially since the options that I put on my tweet, I don't remember any of these guys really competing much of this year. So, all right, Portugal once again feels
Portugal.
cut and dry in terms of the first two. We're
Mhm.
obviously throwing in Hiarka. We're probably throwing in Kashera.
Kashera.
Who's the third?
Post kill?
post kill.
That's what
That'd
I
be
had written on my
that'd be
initial
my
tweet.
guess.
When was the last time that Postkill has played the game? Does anyone know?
I guess the tough thing is I look at the rest of the list and have not
Well, post kill just
October of
played.
2025 in challengers.
Well, I was just say post kill just played. Yeah, he played for 10K Club, which was like the Nasky and Kashera. I
Yeah,
think at one
see,
point, right? I think that's what that
EWC.
team
We were
was,
talking about
so
it a little bit at the
he
beginning. If
definitely
you want to
played
go
last
back,
year, but
Jay went through it all.
Yeah, he
It
did
is
play with that
here
team. So I mean, he's
on this
been
website,
around,
but
I
it's
guess. So
it's
I guess
basically
we
like,
just go
yeah,
with that one,
EWC.
because
Like
I
how
don't
you do
know
at
any of
EWC, the champs points you
thirds
get there
like that.
lead
And I will say
into
too, the one tough part is
what
ultimately,
countries get direct invites, something
I
like
feel
that.
like if you're like the IGL, the team, you have a lot more sway, and maybe some of these countries that like don't have a lot of depth have some like upcoming CC demon ranked guy that like they played with, that maybe that's who they would pick just because the guy like at least is playing the game. So
yeah.
Mhm.
Who do you think IGLs between Hyarka and Kashera? Hyarka, right?
I feel you got to go Hyarka because he won. You
Yeah, I
know,
can
like
agree
if
with
I'm
that.
Kashera, the fact that the guy won a championship, that's probably who I just default to at that point.
Yeah, and then for that at that point, coach is just Esteves. Steves. I always pronounce his
gotta
name
be
wrong. I
Yeah.
think.
I would think so.
I think I spent a good 5 minutes trying to learn how to pronounce his name, and I think I still say it wrong. I was
It's
with
all
I
right.
was with Hyarka too.
Okay, we go to Spain next, and Spain was a tough one because I remember when I initially tweeted. If you look on Wikipedia here, they have 2 active players. That is it.
Yeah,
And those 2 active players are fantastic. We got
Yusako,
Yusako,
kinda.
we got Kinda. I feel like we probably go Yusako IGLing at that point, just based off of experience alone.
Yeah.
Kinda fits in there pretty easily. What do we think about a third, chat? Do we have any ball knowers? Because on my tweet, I literally put question marks and I left it there.
Lamine Yamal.
Yamal.
love it.
He's the coach.
Oh man.
But Lamine Yamal is our coach. Unless, hold on, to Spain, Spain, you can't even unhide. There's no coach.
Yeah, I would do
talent
look for the.
options.
Yeah.
We could put like Dia as the coach.
Good.
Diaz got Spanish citizenship. In fact, I think he lives in Spain now.
He lives in Spain now. He does. He's listed on Wikipedia funny enough under Canadian.
Yeah, because he also
but
he does Canadian stuff.
he lived in
lived there
Canada,
for a while.
but or does Dia play? Thoughts?
Should we put Diaz the third?
Dia, we can message him, see what he feels about that. Like if he's up for the task.
I mean,
hey Tim, just let us cook, man. Just
hey,
let us cook.
He is a vibes guy. I will say that. He is a vibes guy. De'll bring the vibes.
True. He will bring the vibes. You know, Apex. You know, there you go. Intrepidus. You said there's a few Spanish CC demons. Give me some names here. Like, recommend us a third.
Marito. We're
Is
just gonna
Marito your choice?
we're
We're literally
just
just
gonna
gonna pick who you want.
No, I was gonna say we're just rolling with Chap's opinion. Hey, Intrepid is always kind of knows ball too. I somewhat trust his takes. He's always in my chats, discords, everything like that.
Well,
like
he's,
you know,
he's
talking about
scrimming stuff too over in
There you
EMEA,
go,
So,
so-
yeah, he's definitely.
All right,
in
we're
the know,
putting Marito. We're putting Marito, and that
or
could
wait,
be
he said or
our third.
Ryumatsu.
Oh no! Don't give us a conundrum here. We need
Yeah,
you
we
to select
need-
one, man.
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
know.
You need that one guy that used to do CC player tier list. Yeah.
Oh,
We do.
God.
Honestly, we do.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations, though. I really think it just comes down to, especially since I think there's somewhat of a lack of coaching options. Who does Yusako want? Like that's kind of like just let him build the team, and whoever he picks, there you go.
This is gonna be so funny when people see our list and Dia. This is fucked.
I mean,
My
do
own
we have-
list, and Dia made it over me on it. How's that possible? I should
I
be
mean,
there
we
for
have-
Canada.
We have
Do they
Robert
really need a coach?
Lewandowski Is the code for Poland. I think that's where most people might deviate.
Yo, listen. Realistically, who is Privacy going to be an analyst for? He's got no loyalties here. Make me coach of Canada, and I'll just get Privacy to feed me information.
So
Having him in
privacy
earpiece.
is actually he lives in Germany, and we do have Germany down here. That said, not to spoil too many things, but he might have to be playing for Team Germany. we
what
will-
rank has
we'll-
Privacy ever hit in the game?
I don't know.
Should
I don't think
DM
I've ever
ask him?
seen or
Hey,
talked to
Privacy, how
about.
long you ever fucking? Yeah, I
He-
don't know. I've never seen
He
Privacy
might
really
have
play.
to play. All right, he might have to play.
Masters.
That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
someone's saying Privacy at Masters. Fair enough.
I mean, if he's Masters, like
CC.
good enough for me, man. That is good enough for me. Okay,
that's
let's
great.
get to Austria and now chat. I do want to bring up, okay, when I tweeted a while back here, this is when the Nations Cup was announced for PUBG, I think, in 2025, and Privacy was tweeting about we should have one of these, right? So I tweeted a list of hypothetical rosters, and I didn't have Austria on there. We got you Bagel responding, Unlucky Bren and John Jank 99, and Unlucky responded, we could not even reach finals. So Unlucky has no faith. That said, here's the thing. Reminder on the rule set that there are 20 auto invite slots based on champs points alone.
So Cal, this
have
is
to
over on
believe
YouTube. Cal,
that
this
if
is actually
Alliance-
happening.
Because they're gonna win
what's
Pro
going
League
on,
most
Cash?
likely, and if they don't win
Yeah.
Pro League in the
Appreciate
NBA, they're
it,
probably gonna like second
Dude,
or third.
yeah, I'm trying
I
to be
cannot
live a lot
see
more
them getting
often.
outside
I've been
top
live a
three.
bunch, so
But they're probably
hope
gonna
you
win, and that's
swing by
champs
multiple times.
points.
But Cal, this is
And then
actually
at
happening in
LAN,
November.
they're
That's why
always
we're
pretty
doing
much
this.
a lock to make finals. So surely Unlucky's champs points alone might auto qual Austria to the Nations Cup, which means that at that point, Unlucky, unfortunately, even though you don't think you're making finals, you're
Dude.
IGLing Austria, and who are the thirds going to be? Or
It's
the-
so bullshit they didn't freaking announce the rules earlier, because I would have tried to go get a citizenship in one of these countries.
I'm seriously, Effect would be an Austrian citizen
Yeah.
or a Swedish citizen already, man.
You know
Like,
what
he
sucks
would've-
is
he
there's
would've
actually
done.
already like some good Italians we can make a roster out of, because I can get an Italian citizenship pretty easy. And
No,
I
yeah,
can't even
actually,
I can't even be the coach. Like I can't even like try to
That's the
fight.
tough part,
I think
yeah,
I have a
that
better
is the
chance of fighting for Canada's coach than I do for. No, I do absolutely have a better chance of fighting for Canada's coach than Italy.
All right. I feel like for Austria at this point, we're probably just gonna do what Bagel said in the tweet, and we're gonna get Bren out of retirement, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get John Jenkin here. When was the last time John played?
Who is John Jenkin? What? How do you even spell his name?
John Jank?
Oh, John Jank. Here we go.
He
John
played
Jank.
for Game of
Results.
Drones. I remember them in Pro League. So he's been playing in Challengers last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like
Hey,
there,
he
there we
won
go.
$27 at the Outlands Eye in the prize. So
There we go. That's our
D-
squad.
that's not shit
There
talk,
you
by the way.
go.
I've never won shit. I just want to be very clear.
And then our coach, David Alaba. All right, let's move on
There we
to
go.
Argentina.
There we go.
Argentina. Dude, I need
Once
to keep putting
again-
up. Do you have your list linked somewhere, Jay? Your tweet from before? Because I got to keep scrolling and finding all the countries.
Yeah, here.
As
I'll
I
send
keep
it real fast.
freaking going down Europe for Argentina. Wow, Argentina.
Because of the Esports Nations Cup being thrown around so much, I used to scroll back all and like try to find it, and then eventually I just got smart and bookmarked it. So I can find it easily. I'll send it to you real fast. And chat, for anyone who wants to see my old tweet, reminder, this is like hella outdated because I tweeted this back in June of last year. But there you go. There was the old tweet when I first cooked up some rosters. Okay. Argentina feels like the same thing as unlucky. Kurev on NIP is going to do good enough by himself to probably auto-qual Argentina in the direct invite slots. I did briefly talk with him at Champs about this, and he did not feel confident about Argentina's chances. That said, I still think it's the same roster in that exact tweet that I put there.
Yeah.
And that is Panic, not the American Panic, the Argentinian Panic, and Rena Tricky, who were formerly of many different South American rosters, but I think most notably Leave No Witness. I think that was maybe their best placement.
Did they play with Kurev? Okay, no, they just both all were on Leave No Witness. I just didn't know if they played with Kurev.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's
so
John?
now the question
Is John in
comes
chat
down
still?
to-
John default.
He
Kurev,
said the
Tricky,
exact
Panic.
same
Exactly.
roster.
There we go.
He said the exact same roster. John, what are our coach options? That's the one thing I don't know.
Tempo, to answer your question, that number would be 11. I'm pretty sure about how U.S. players would feel. Pretty sure that is off the 1 to 10 scale. So
no matter all U.S. switching when only one team goes. Oh, bro, probably higher than 11. I mean, think about being like all the other U.S. players, especially like let's say you're like phony, right? And you're not allowed to be on like Mexico for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just tough. Maestro Jefe, actually, yeah, I totally forgot. Maestro Jefe, he did coach a lot of these South American squads as well.
I'll be right back, chat.
So we're putting him in there for the coach, even though I would love to get Lionel Messi in the coaching staff. Maestro Jefe probably takes the cake there. All right, Finland. So for Finland, this one was controversial because I remember Privacy then did a stream following my tweet where he cooked up even more rosters, and I wish I found his old VOD of that. He didn't post it anywhere from what I could find earlier because he cooked up, I think, like 35 different countries with his chat, and they were getting to the bottom of the barrel of some of these things. Like we're looking at CC players from like random countries. Like I think we managed to fit like a South African team with like RKN in there. Like we were getting real creative.
RKN?
He does have South African citizenship, I believe.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Anyway, but also we'll save him because actually he has another option that he's going to come up for. Anyway, for Finland though, that one felt easy to me in terms of Cinetic, Mizzy, and 0-0. Cinetic is the easy spot for the IGL. Then we have Mizzy for the easy spot as one of the options. The 0-0 thing was controversial because Cinetic went into Privacy's chat, and despite the fact that Privacy, the chat, everybody agreed that 0-0 was the best option, Cinetic said, I'm not playing with him. That's not happening. I don't know the lore behind their beef. I don't know. I have no clue. I got nothing. But he said, I'm not doing it. And he said he would pick up somebody else. I don't know who somebody else would be. I think they had landed on like, maybe like a CC player at the time or something.
Usaki?
I truly, I don't know.
Finland.
Truly, I have no clue. We have
she would like BLGS finals, I think.
Samp. I don't know how to pronounce his name here. He competed at the Open from the looks of it. He's competed in Pro League for both of the last 2 splits. He played on Legion Gaming. So maybe we could do him because I don't think, when was the last time that 0-0 was competing? He actually made mid-season playoffs, man. So once again, like I feel like it should be 0-0. Like in terms of the best player, it should be 0-0.
But like, if Cinetic and Missy are absolute lock, do you take that into account that he's just not going to play with them?
I just feel like if you're Cinetic, you gotta put it aside.
When's the last time Mimu played?
I have no idea.
2023 Split 1 playoffs, got 38th.
We're getting freaking Counter-Strike players suggested. Jim Fat's being thrown out there. Like
Jim Fat, dude, he might be able to adapt. Alu.
Listen, This is our list. I'm putting 0-0 here. All right. I don't care what Cinetic says. I'm doing it. And if whenever it comes time, if he wants to pick somebody else, he can. But to me, the clear option is 0-0. I mean, the guy
0-0.
is making it to
Yeah.
lands. You know what I mean? Like, sure,
Yeah.
maybe the performances aren't the best, but he was at the Open. He competed at the midseason playoffs. They got 6th in Pro League, the first split of this year on Mouse. So it just feels like, how are we picking anybody else?
Now, because Mimu did get second at the X Games EXP Invitational. Now, to be fair, I believe he was playing with 0-0. He was. That's good history. Anyway, so we can move on.
I don't know. Anyway, I will say though, shout out the ball knowers in chat, Tack and Cochran, bringing out Pookie. That's a throwback name. The legend from freaking FIFA and Finland, bro. He's gonna be our coach.
Is that Norwich City? Is that where he played?
He played for a lot of teams.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised.
Like Norwich.
It was like a handful of years ago that I thought he had like clearly retired at some point. I don't know, like 2018 or something. He was still going.
Is 0-0 and Mimu got 1v3 by Zane? Is that who it was, Mackin? Oh shit!
Laurie Markkinen is our coach. Actually, that might be better than Pookie.
Oh wait, hold on. Vegetable Man, Alexander Barkov. You guys don't know who that is though. He's the captain of the Florida Panthers, captain of Finland's Olympic hockey team. One of the best NHL players right now. You guys are so soccer coded. Do we throw a hockey guy in here?
Well, Laurie Markkinen's a basketball player, and he's like an all-star level player.
There you go. Didn't know that.
So,
well, like
I feel like maybe we go Laurie here, but how good is Barkov relative to the league?
Just won back-to-back cups. Fucking carried his team there.
Okay, put him in. Now,
leading,
put him in. Type his name in.
Arguably,
type it in. Markkinen's not that good. Markkinen's not that good. He's like an all-star level player, but he's not winning championships. And I feel like Barkov's going to bring the championship DNA, the mentality, all that kind of stuff.
To make sure I'm thinking of the right person too. Yeah, Barkov. Okay, fuck. I literally almost I had a brain fart here for a sec. Let me make sure I'm putting his whole name in here. He deserves it. Yeah, no, Alexander Barkov carried his team. He's injured right now, but he doesn't need his legs for coaching.
Yeah, Pandas, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We put him on there though because look, it was getting rough. All right, and they have pro league level players. So,
let me give you an example. Barkov, by all the players in the NHL for the last 10 years, every year is rated the most underrated player, despite winning cups, fucking being the top defensive center in the league, averaging over a point per game, all this shit. I don't know how much you could do that and how many people could call you underrated before you start kind of actually even becoming overrated. Anyways, next.
So you're saying he's like the reps of Apex, where it's like the guy was winning everything, and still everybody's saying he's the most underrated player in the world.
Yeah, I mean, he only started winning in the last 2 years, but he went to 3 back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, and if he didn't get injured this year, his team would probably be one of the best in the league again. But he's injured, so the Panthers suck right now. So yeah.
All right, there we go. He's going to be our coach. All right, now we get to Chinese Taipei once again, chat. This is based, I think they just copied the list of the teams that are allowed to compete in the Olympics. Chinese Taipei is essentially Taiwan, but I think this is sort of the neutral flag because if you're not aware, the Taiwan thing is a political issue that if you actually even go back to my original tweet where I made a Taiwan team, you will see people responding saying that QQ is a Chinese player. That said, Wikipedia has him listed as Taiwanese. So I don't know how he feels about that. So I don't know if that would be a controversial issue for him. But at least from the roster that I cooked up on my old tweet, it was Roy, QQ, and Xiaoji. Pandas is in here saying it wouldn't be Roy. He's saying QQ, Xiaoji, and BJJS, which I remember he did compete for VKG this past Pro League split in place of QQ when he took away. Roy does have some past drama. So maybe he won't make the team. Although good shout
Vegetable, that's fucking
from Nerva
hilarious
as well. Bolin,
I'll
also
never
a pretty
tell your
popular
wife.
player, did compete on a couple lands with Dreamfire whenever he had to sub in.
Yeah, great. Absolutely, he would.
Any thoughts?
I think they would put their differences aside. I'm pretty sure that
again,
as long as they're not competing together long term, they're fine together.
And like you said, with the drama there with Roy,
pretty aware of that.
not going to be probably what.
What up, Elquan? Thank you for the follow. Shout out. Welcome in.
But yeah, I think what Panda's put
only
is
in 1v1 tournament.
Pretty on par, I think. Bolin could be a shout too, but yeah, I think I would agree with what Panda says.
Yeah, I will say the issue is it stems back to the political things. So it's very controversial in that kind of scene. Obviously, we feel very disconnected over here to where a lot of people just aren't super aware. But it's a very serious thing over there. So I'm imagining QQ obviously is priority number one. We're not gonna sacrifice him for the team, and if they can't play together, there we go. Jumpy, you're laughing. What's going on? Is it because of John Cena? Like, what's going on?
John Cena.
Because of the clip of him speaking Chinese? Is he gonna be our coach?
I just kept seeing that and laughing, thinking of what does he say when he has the ice cream? Fucking why am I?
I don't know the
forgetting?
whole thing. I don't have
The
it
clip from
memorized,
the
but he
ice
was
cream.
insane with. No, yeah,
What's
I know
Chat,
the exact
what's he say
clip.
with
It's
the
like
ice
sitting in the
cream?
car or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes
Bing
nuts
chilling.
with it. Bing chilling. Yeah,
Bing
Bing
chilling.
chilling. Yeah, he goes crazy with it.
Well, I know Verhulst instead of Zap though. Zap is just
All
like
right,
got the ability to absolutely frag
Who
out,
would the
but like
third be? It
is
was BJJS,
definitely
I believe,
more
was
versatile
what
when it
Panda
comes to
suggested,
different
so there you go.
roles. different
Panda's
characters.
him over
I mean, the thing
Bo
is, United
Lin.
States is like
I'm not a
splitting
ball
hairs.
knower
There's
enough
so many
about
good American
the
players.
difference
We were
between these
talking
two,
about
but I know
this.
that Bo Lin has competed in a lot of lands.
But Zap, I think
So,
recently has
you don't think that Bo
don't know.
Lin makes it over BJ?
it's really tough for sure.
I guess BJ having the connection with VK Gaming might like be closer to QQ. So, right, better placements than Raven for Pro League and champs. So that gonna be a brand point, dude. I totally forgot J-Mo when we mentioned the coaches earlier. That's kind of tough. That said,
But did Raven have
I-
better placements at other lands?
I feel like the tough part for you, JMO, is that Hal's a lock on the team, and I feel like it's weird because like technically the way that coaches are selected, I think, is by the national team manager, but surely the United States national team manager would be like, yo, Hal, who's on the squad? You know what I'm saying? So
Damo would
that
be my
kind
pick. That's
that kind of makes it a little tough for you and everybody else. Surely he picks his former coach, no? Panda said Bolin is not liked a lot. Okay, well we'll leave BJ then because of the connection to there we go. And then
Yeah.
Dank, JMO is PvP.
I think we leave the coach blank. We're not gonna put John Cena in there.
Did he just change
Not
his
dissing
name?
himself, just patting myself. No, I mean, hey, back yourself, bro. But at the same time, surely Hal probably picks the guy that he coached or had coached in the past. Okay, Ukraine. Ukraine is a weird one because I don't know in terms of the roster rules. Is it like the most recent Pro League split? And how that's gonna work for the 2/3 thing? And do we know are the Ukrainian boys still competing in the most recent split?
I feel like I
Max
see
Strafe,
something.
UAIM and all them.
Didn't I feel like I saw something from Max Strafe recently? But
They
maybe
played
not.
yeah, so they did play in the last split. Do we know, are they all still together? I would assume so.
I'm just gonna go to Max Strafe's thing.
I don't know about the EMEA roster mania enough to know if they're all still teaming. Because if they're not, I was gonna say we could just put the entire UAM roster together. But if they are, we could sub one of them out for Alonzi. I would say maybe we go Artico, Max Strafe, Alonzi.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like swap out Sonya, just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
I think since if nobody here knows about the roster mania going on there, we just assume that they're probably all still playing together. And then in that case, we rip Alonzi as their third.
They haven't played. No, never mind. It was just for some reason it was listing only up to 2024. But yeah.
Do we have any coaching options?
Um.
We've got a retired coach. When was the last time Xeon coached anything? Actually, wait, hold on. Surely in this scenario, can we just put Sonya as the coach?
I was gonna say that's what I was about to say. Can you just put Sonya as the coach in? Can't play. That would suck. Imagine like you have to go coach your team that you play with.
Mudrick. Okay, no, we're not putting Mudrick.
Wait,
All
we're
right,
not.
we're putting accomplished athletes, not garbage.
We're not putting John Cena as the coach of Taiwan.
No, we're not gonna put John Cena as the coach of.
Okay, my bad.
All right. So Kazakhstan's a weird one because if we go to their page here, it's literally just Kazakh, and that's kind of tough because I don't know who else to put, but I put them here for the sole fact that I feel like it's the same scenario with Unlucky, where
Yeah.
surely Supernova,
Yeah,
him alone is enough to get them a direct invite, no?
probably.
It's
Probably.
definitely it's
I
definitely
mean, like
possible.
realistically. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if they like, okay, I was gonna say like realistically, even if they don't go that far, he might, because there's not enough countries. Like, he might qualify them even if they don't go to finals. You know what I mean? Like,
Do not even have him on here. What am I looking at?
I'm looking
Why
for
does
Europe.
the MEA stuff not pull him up? I saw him earlier.
I swear I saw him too. Now I'm typing
yeah.
his name though, and I'm not getting it.
Were you trying to find him on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
I've got him.
Well, I can find his page, but I'm trying to find the one that has all of the
Mm.
Kazakhstan players.
Yeah, it's just him.
It's
It's what
literally
I'm
just him.
seeing.
It's literally just him. So I feel like we just ripped Kazakh, and
He has to 1v3.
yeah, I
Go to
feel like that's
Apex
just
Legends status. Is there like something that sorts it on there too?
Sort leaderboard by country.
Oh, we can find some ranked guys.
You'll
He's not
get
even
to,
talking about.
Frederick.
Yeah, he's not talking about ALGS stats page. He's talking about literally. Let's go
Timbo,
find
that's
who's the
great
top ranked
comms.
guys. Like
That's
that's.
great comms.
where's the
Oh, stats.
leaderboard?
I'm on it. World and hold on, Kazakhstan.
Intrepidus has said that
So
there's
Where
a
did you
couple
find
CC
it?
players
Uh,
that
you-
played
There it
with
is.
him.
Live ranked leaderboard. How
yeah,
do we
it's-
determine by country?
So like, are you? I don't know if you can. Like I have it sorted. You have to go like leaderboards, all stats leaderboards, and then on the right side it shows.
I
it.
see.
We got Backrooms, who's currently the number one. He's got 41,000 RP, but he's still Masters. No, these numbers can't be right. It's got to be Pred. Backrooms, and then next is Kajak after that, and Serp. That's our squad.
How do you sort by what you were sorting by?
Let me look at your stream 1 sec.
Select a statistic. Which one did you pick?
I did
Battle Royale ranked
I
points.
did Battle Royale
There it is.
ranked points.
Surely we just go.
Because I figured that's like
how-
also going to give you
hold
who's
on,
most
yeah.
recently playing. You know
How
what I
does he
mean?
have 40,000 points, but he's not
That
Pred?
almost seems like it's not making sense. Maybe like that's like logged wrong, but so we could do like Serp, Marat, and Kajak. Like,
All right, we're throwing him in. I mean, what else do we have here? You know,
Intrepidus.
there's
lists a
only
couple CC
25 players, by the way. There's only 25 players from Kazakhstan in general. Akira,
Intrepidus
why
had
does that
said
name sound
Little
familiar?
Max and TTR X, by the way.
well, am I tripping, or wasn't Lil Max from like Egypt?
I'm not sure.
I feel like I've heard that
I
too.
remember him in beef with Kashera. Yeah, he's from Egypt. I feel like this is the best we got. You know, we go with the current ranked grinders.
Yeah.
You can
It's-
pick Meow, Exy, and Marat. I think. Hold on, Nicole. Who is Meow Exy? Was that from the ranked leaderboard? I already closed it,
He's
or
the
no?
number 5 guy right now. See, the tough thing with the ranked leaderboard is the ranked leaderboard's only been up for 2 weeks. So,
Yeah,
do we have any
Nicole,
ball
do
knows?
you have some
do we have
knowledge
ball
here?
knows?
Is Meow Exy like
Saudis
better
are the type of
than-
people that straight up go citizenship and
here?
poach Hal.
or sorry, better than Serp?
This is so true.
Ranked grinders. Well, so we have the list pulled up. Serp has got more RP, but also more RP.
It's like a
doesn't
couple of
necessarily mean that
100.
they're
Yeah,
better.
It's a
You know
couple
what
of
I
100
mean?
points, right? So like, we're picking names off random here. I don't know
Yeah.
who Serp is. He's just got a Pred badge.
Yeah.
Dude, this
I don't
tournament is gonna be. It might be just hilarious.
We could
Here's what
okay.
we'll do.
What if we double it with this? What if we double it with this? Wait. Let me quickly go now by career kills and see if any of these guys double up on the list. Akira, who's on the list, and Marat, they're the 2 highest players for kills on top of the rank currently. So Akira's at 7, but he's currently diamond, and then Marat's 9th. But he's Pred. Does that
Okay, so
give you
Marat's
guys
a
anything?
lock then.
Marat's a lock.
The guy's been playing the game forever. I think we
Mhm.
drop Serp, we bring in Akira.
Akira
Might be diamond now, but maybe just hasn't.
Yeah, he just hasn't
locked
played
in
a
so
lot. Hasn't
far.
played a lot. You know what I mean? Like he's currently, he's 3,000 RP off. He's 16th out of 25. Okay, career
this is
revives. Let me see this career revives. Murat number 8. Murat's our GOAT, by the way. So Murat's locked. He's got 5,262 career revives. That's a support player. We got silver players here with fucking tons of revives.
Yeah, this is. I mean, listen. I warned people. All right, we're gonna be going to the bottom of the barrel here. I just think once again, Kazakhstan, per the rules, if Supernova don't just utterly collapse and they make it to the next LAN, like Kazakh
Okay.
is gonna single-handedly get a direct invite slot. No,
So
based
if
on
you
chance
guys
points alone.
if you guys remember the little mini game that the old firing range used to have, the smoke show, the Bangalore smoke show thing, Akira is 7th in all of Kazakhstan for score on that game. So more points for me for why Akira is making this list. The other guys aren't even on it.
I will say, kind of a bummer. I don't know how Kazakhstan would feel about, offering citizenship to like Hardeki and Nine Impulse, considering that they cannot compete. But actually, they all play on the same team, though.
Yeah, so you can only get
I
one
feel
of
like
them.
if Kazakhstan wants to lock in on Apex Legends, they need to be offering Oirain and either Impulse or Hardeki. You got to pick one. You got to get them citizenship immediately. All right. I don't know how the government feels about this video
John,
game,
38
but clearly
kills
they've
ain't
got
a
a
lot.
superstar
This is what
for
we
their
got.
country.
This is what we got.
Who knows? Maybe Kazakh is like the faker of Kazakhstan. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar
He
with
might
him
be.
and his fame over there. But
Degenerate
if he is, I feel like
Cactus,
he's
what's
gotta
up?
have some
Just
sway
get
and he's gotta get the
Hardeki
boys citizenship because
come over.
otherwise
They
we're
need
pulling Akira and
they
Murat
need
based on the fact
citizenship.
that they
That's
have
what we're
career
basically
kills
saying.
and their
That's what we're
ranking.
basically saying.
That's all we have.
Yeah, it's 2 Preds. Give it a.
Saudi Arabia has
week.
2 Preds. Give it a week
Yeah.
and we will have our team.
I mean, John made a good point. The Saudi Arabia might just give Hal citizenship so that they can poach him.
This is true. Here's the thing, though, Seek, right? If I'm the esports world or the Nations Cup Foundation, I feel like when you look at the 40 teams we're about to cook up, surely, they might turn a blind eye to a recent citizenship offer to, the Supernova roster. Like, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Okay, let's move on to Denmark.
I also need to throw it to Intrepidus, who said kills and revives will be higher in pubs, though, Jumpa. Dude, I used the smoke show score as a justification. And guess what? Akira's number 1 for Jackson's bow out. Like, there's not a guy on this list that I'm more confident than Akira being the 3rd.
Yeah. All right. So this is sound logic, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing. You laugh now, and yet watch what happens when Kazakh quals for a direct invite slot and who he picks up. If we come back in November and Akira and Murat are the squad and Meow Xe is the coach, I want apologies.
Apologies. I will be their number 1 fan. And unfortunately, I might be their only fan. There's only 25 players. There's only 25 players. So I might be their only fan, but.
Same. All right. Now, I will say the top 20 here, this was the teams in terms of the order that I put them, not the direct order, but like the fact that they are in the top 20, that my assumption was these are the squads that are going to be receiving direct invites just based on the quality of like at least one individual player.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, yes.
Because these bottom 10 don't feel like direct invites. The one that felt a little questionable, the 2 would be Denmark and France, and then maybe Germany because of Aku. But I'm just not sure about EMEA Pro League and like the rosters that we're seeing. But those 3 countries do have players that have made it to LANs in the past. So depending on what happens and what rosters they go there, then TBD.
I mean, and the qualification again is just based off of champs points at EWC
and Pro League
and
for the top 20. This is for only the top 20. Then after that,
holy shit, Lovelier, thank you for the raid. I stopped by your stream earlier today to say happy birthday, and then I got caught up in a bunch of calls
we'll find out who's invited,
and everything like that, and I
after EWC,
didn't type in chat, so I apologize. But happy birthday. Hope you had a great stream today, and hope you had a great day.
Mathematically figure
have a good one. Thank you for the raid. What's up, everyone?
Denmark,
welcome in. We're talking about Esports Nation's potential teams. You guys have come into the point where we are pulling out ranked grinders we've never heard about.
Questionable. There's Fricks in there. there, if that's how you say his name.
Yeah, sorry I
if you
didn't
wanna
type in
get
chat.
funny,
Seriously, I
we
got
could
caught
throw,
up in a
like,
bunch of
Taxi, we could
different
bring him out of
freaking
his ARC Raiders
calls and
retirement
emails and
get
work
him
shit,
back
and
on
then I was
Apex.
watching Team Canada women's
G-Dolphin
hockey,
has
so
been
I apologize.
tweeting
But happy
stuff about
birthday! Hope
some
you had a great
M&K
day.
propaganda, which, by the way, I will forever die on the hill that using R5 to tell us
Mexican,
the
what's
controllers
up,
are,
dude?
like,
Welcome in.
overpowered.
Thank you for
No
the
shit, man. You're 3
follow.
feet away from each other with no cover. Like, who would have guessed that aim assist wins
Dude,
that
onset
fight, right?
should be Poland's coach.
But I think Young Hong Kong is another option as well. He played at the Open. They did actually pretty well.
Awesome.
If I'm
I love
not
that love
mistaken,
there.
from Young Black Ricky.
I don't know what time it is for you, but if it's like
Shout out
nighttime or
Young
something like
Black
that, I hope
Ricky.
you have a
So,
great night.
what do we think here, gentlemen?
I
Sorry.
think we need to take Onset's suggestion.
Onset saying
Szczesny
Aki said
for
you
the
can't even
Polish
contact
coach
Tyler Thor.
instead of
I-
Robert
I might have missed
Lewandowski?
everything Jay talked
don't
about,
think
so I have no
Lewa
idea
should
what
be
they're
the
talking
coach?
about right now.
Well, no, it's
I was too busy thinking chat.
oh
I'll
yeah
have to
for
see what they're
Poland.
saying.
Yeah, for Poland.
Yeah.
We've got Lewa written down. All right. I mean, if you feel like I mean, he is a goalkeeper.
All right.
And I
Have a
heard
good
some
one. Good night.
criticisms
Good
of
night.
Lewa's leadership
Thank you again.
and certain things like that. So maybe Szczesny is a better shout in terms of the actual, locking in. That said, back to Denmark. I feel like I don't feel super strongly about any of these options. What do you guys think of as the third? I feel like Nasky and Mandy feel like locks, though.
Okay, sorry. I was talking to chat. I missed
You did get rated, yeah,
most.
no
Yeah,
worries.
I missed most of the conversation.
You're good.
Okay, I'm here.
We're on Denmark.
Yeah.
Nasky, Mandy feel like locks, and I think
Yeah.
JMO did put in
Yeah.
chat. They were scrimming the other day, so
Absolute
it feels like
locks.
they know, like, hey, we got a shot here to compete at a tournament. I think Mandy would totally come out of retirement to go play.
Oh,
Are you
absolutely.
kidding me?
Undeniably.
Oh,
undeniably.
That would be sick,
Dude, there's a lot of,
and the
like-
vibes for Team Nasky would be sick too.
There's like a lot of good names on here though. Like
There are, and so that's what I'm saying. I don't feel very strongly about any of them.
mhm.
Fricks, I think, is solid. Young Hong Kong,
Yeah, I see
solid.
Young Hong
Tryhard
Kong.
Thor, solid. Those are kind of the three that I was personally thinking.
You say Nick
Taxington is saying it's Fricks. Also, is that how we say it? Am I
Fricks?
just butchering this pronunciation?
Taxing Fricks. All right. I mean, that's like those are people I'd take their opinion over than over what I would like even say here. I was looking at like, no, actually Nasky. I was gonna say Nasky and Dolphin played together this split, but no, Nasky took Dolphin's spot. That's what it was. Yeah.
And then in terms of
Dolphin.
coach, I was thinking we just slap Dolphin in there because he has coached in the past.
Yeah.
What do we feel about that?
Yeah, G Dolphin for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know the
think that's
last time he
good.
coached somebody. It was TSM, bro, back in 21. But
Is that
I think,
actually it? There's no way.
Yeah, back when he was the first ever TSM coach, right?
Yeah.
But I think, considering the relationship he probably has with like Nasky Mandy, like surely he would, come and coach. Okay, hold on.
Wait.
So
Oh
Taxington.
shit. Tax.
So this I told you guys.
yeah. This is gonna be one where like the conversation.
Here we go.
happens.
All right. So I know, all right. Privacy did a stream about this way back. Okay. This was when like June of last year. And he looked at the tweet that I had put out because I had cooked up some rosters, right? And the roster that I had initially cooked up was the one you currently saw on the spreadsheet, which includes 0-0. Now, in that stream, Cinetic was like, I'm not playing with 0-0. So Zero isn't playing Apex anymore. He retired. Surely he comes out of retirement though. No.
Look, we got
For this
another
event?
teammate though, basically
But
being
also-
like he wouldn't call him. That's what they're saying.
We already
They're
know. We
saying
know
they
that
wouldn't
Cinetic's
call
not
him.
going to play with him. But now if he's fully retired, then maybe we just have to make the swap. I didn't know he was retired because he played at midseason playoffs. I knew he didn't play at champs, but I figured that he was probably going to keep playing this year. No, so Samp was the option that we had if we weren't putting 0-0. But just based on results and accomplishments alone, we went with the 0-0 pick, even though we knew that Cinetic wouldn't pick it. But if you're saying that Cinetic won't pick it, and then on top of that, 0-0 is retired, then I feel like we just have to make the swap here.
Yeah, I think so.
How's Team Bosnia looking? Listen, Hod, if you convince Hal that you guys are going to duo and you can pick up a third, I think Bosnia's got a shot. All right. The problem is if you don't convince Hal, then you got to find two other
Shit.
options.
No,
man.
I got listen, while you guys do this, I'll get on ALGS stats again or Apex status and I'll start looking at who's the Bosnian rankers. I got you.
I mean, we need listen. We're gonna need 10 more teams. That's the like. This is the problem.
This
Onset
Hansek have
said he's
a
got a Bosnian passport, so we've
you
already
know
got a
you
second
don't.
player.
Okay, there we go. Onset. So Onset's
He's
not
definitely-
casting.
He's
That's
definitely
perfect.
lying.
Caster role opened up now. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I feel like Denmark. That feels locked, right? We feel good about this.
Denmark's locked for sure. I
Okay,
agree on
now
that
we
one.
get to France. France, another controversial one in terms of I know that K20 is not the most liked player amongst other players. I feel like the only lock that I can think of off the top of my head is shoot, why am I blanking on his name? Zidane, obviously, land
Zidane.
champion.
Yeah.
Guy's insane. The option that I put on my tweet was Zidane, Vucci, K20. That roster would technically work in terms of the roster rules because I believe Vucci does play with Zidane right now, so you get 2 there. They can't pick up Kizarone because he's the 3rd on their team. Actually, no, it's Yeku instead of Vucci. So Vucci does Vucci even play anymore? I don't know. Who do we think though would be the squad? Zidane's the obvious one, but after that, I feel like probably Kizarone, no, because he plays with Zidane right now.
Probably. Yeah, I really can't see like another like clear cut option.
Vucci quit. Good comms. Yeah, my
Sorry,
tweet was back in June. So
I straight up can't stop sneezing. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably say his teammate would be
Yeah.
a good choice.
what do
I
we
agree with
go
that.
for a third option here?
I don't even let's pull this up again because I agree on the whole Case Swinney thing, and I don't even know if the vibes of that team would would do well. You know what I mean?
It's like a Kiner an option maybe like. I know he played like with Trojan stuff recently.
Dude, Jay Savage. Does he
Do
still
we have
compete?
anybody? And I genuinely don't know the third.
Not competed since 2024.
He's saying probably they're saying Kiner as well. Missy also agreeing with Kiner.
All right, well that makes me feel better.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be like so outclassed on knowledge here. By the way, like when we're getting to some of these countries now, so I'll
No,
take
yeah,
opinions from
we
them.
are listen. Like I said, the France one is a weird one just because of the K20 stuff, and I don't know how well received he would be on the team with the teammates, and so
I didn't realize
feel
how
like at that
difficult this
point
would
you
be
go
for me,
Kiner.
mostly because I'm so NA coded.
Now
Anyway.
who's the coach? Do we have any French coaches on Wikipedia? They're like all retired. Everybody's retired.
Yeah. Gotta pull one out.
Every-
All right, French soccer player.
Taxington said, I
Well,
think Sanka, the coach of France, and Swinney hate each other. What do you mean the coach of France?
Mbappe.
Well,
Like he-
Sanka is, I believe, that was the coach
Oh, wait.
on it.
Hold on, yeah. I'm a dumbass. I literally have it pulled up right here. He's the only non-retired coach that's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just the on-it coach. So I feel like then, yeah, easy plug-in. There we go. Okay. I mean, I will say though, for the celebrity shout out, if we weren't gonna go with Sanka and we were gonna mix in like a Robert Lewandowski type of figure, I think
Zinedine
Thierry Henry,
Mm.
Zidane. I mean, actually no, screw Thierry Henry. We have to get Zinedine Zidane for the fact that that's his namesake. That's his namesake. So if Sanka wasn't coaching, we would get Zinedine Zidane to come over to Apex. Okay, Brazil.
Ooh, Brazil.
I feel like there's a couple obvious options. To me, the first ones that stand out are Atnam, probably IGLing. Kings has been competing with Kashera for a while. Azazel's been around. What
Yeah.
are we thinking, gentlemen?
Isn't where's Sleep from? Is he-
Just,
Is he
Asleep?
not?
Sleep is
Is-
Brazilian.
Yeah, I thought
He's
he's
Brazilian.
Brazilian.
He's competing still too, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like Sleep made so many land finals in a row. I would have thrown Sleep in there.
John said, PB and John said, Kings, Wands, and Bin with Cafe coaching, but Taxing won't be Cafe. Atnam won't play as well. He's fully done. You don't think he would come out of retirement for this, though? Like, you don't think that for the chance to qualify for the Brazilian national team, that you don't come out of retirement? Surely, no?
Screen. We the People?
Hey, Weeps.
Weeps.
You want to talk about vibes, guys? You can be the vibes guy.
Your vibes guy there?
Yeah, there's a sleep. I found him. Yeah. We could put Adam hates Apex, isn't working other shit now. He's fully done. I mean, if he hates the game, then he hates the game. He's not going to come out of retirement for that
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
then
that's the
who,
case, and I think what was it, Kings, Wands, and who was the third? I can't remember. I think that would make sense.
Strasado on
Kings
the
ones and Bin?
Def him, Bin. Yeah, I was gonna say Bin. Like that was like
Bin makes
the
a lot of
second
sense.
guy who
Competed
like
at
came
Timberlands.
straight to mind after sleep.
Who IGL's that roster? Would it be Ben?
Now you're
I have
asking me too
no
much.
clue, to be honest.
To be honest, I wasn't really asking you guys.
I know.
Yeah. Cavi told me, Johnny, think it'll be Strasado. I think surely it would be Strasado for the coach, no? That would make the most sense to me.
Jamo's got a good plan there.
I'm going to marry a Brazilian to get citizenship there. Unfortunately, you got to do it for a year. I don't know if that applies to coaches, though. So maybe you get there. I'm sure it'd be Ben IGLing. That's what I figured, too. So I think we go Ben. What do you say, Wands and Kings?
Is it actually that?
I'm not familiar
American
with
Thanksgiving
Wands.
weekend? That's
Ben
crazy.
retired
But I mean, I
after
guess you're going to have
LCQ?
time off where you get to watch, no? Wouldn't that
Once
be a good
again,
thing?
though, surely wouldn't he come back? Wouldn't he come back? Wands
Yeah,
is a
that's what I'm
known
saying. Do you think
gamer.
like a lot of these people
Wands
would come
has been
back?
on, like, he's been on like Broskis. He's been on like Corinthians.
I remember Corinthians.
They can't
Who
win
else
without
did he
Atnam,
play
you're
for?
saying?
He's
You
definitely
think?
CC
been-
Demon.
Where are you saying that,
he's definitely
Mackin?
been on a few
I mean, like,
teams.
I think that
that have been
Brazil,
around.
with their experience
yeah,
of these
that
players,
Brazil
actually
Team
has
performance,
quite a
but go ahead.
good
Ben
opportunity
went to China for
to do
frag
well,
fun. China
considering
be
some of
throwing
these
that
teams have got, like,
bag out there, so I'm not
random guys on
surprised.
it. And like these guys have made
Um,
land finals and finished like
well,
top
I think we
15
stick with
before,
that
so
roster,
why
though.
not?
I
Like
mean, at least for the
they
time
do
being.
quite well.
Honestly, though, Brazil's got a lot of depth in
It
terms
does.
of the options they could pull.
I was
So-
actually just saying this because like someone in my chat said they can't win without Atnam, and I was like, I disagree. Like when you look at the competition here, because of some of the squads being weak, these guys have a lot of land experience and played the game for so
Yeah.
long. I think they could actually like make it up quite high in the standings.
No, in
It's
terms of
a-
just like some of the land names that we didn't even put out there, like obviously Asleep, Artin's on there. Vlato has made it to lands in the past. Thalos has been in pro leagues. Like they
Yeah.
have depth. Nellis, he's made it to lands.
I actually
Ruskeen,
think one of the
It just
biggest
depends on who wants to
fumbles.
play.
I think actually one of the biggest fumbles of ALGS is not diving so much harder into Brazil. Because when you watch like Brazilian esports in other games, not only are they like insane, the fans go nuts. So like, yeah, I think that like it's probably one of the
Bro,
biggest fumbles of
listen.
ALGS to
Bro,
not
the
build more of an
Rainbow
ecosystem in
Six.
Brazil.
I was gonna say I've been
Rainbow
telling John
Six,
Rainbow
Rocket
Six
League, like you ever see CS Brazil? It's like in
CS
the
Brazil's
majors there,
good,
like
yeah,
goes
yeah.
stupid. Like I actually think it's like one of the biggest fumbles.
Dude, I was gonna say,
Rachi,
because
what's
of
up,
the
man?
show
Thank you for the
Don
follow.
R6, like,
Guys,
Siege was
shout out
my
all the
esport
follows
before
today. Again, every
Apex,
day we've
dude,
been like
the
popping off again,
Brazilians
like
are so
somewhere between like
nasty in
20 to
Siege.
50 followers.
And honestly,
it's been
you know,
awesome.
if we went that hard, if we committed, I feel like it would go crazy. And I will say, I've talked to some people from APAC South as well, and they've said that if China got their own region that was separate from APAC South, the amount of talent you could probably get out of China would be insane. Look at Valorant. China is a major region of Valorant, arguably the best at different points throughout the history of Valorant, because they have their own
Yeah.
region, and it's just they don't feel as motivated to want to compete in Apex because of the situation that's happened. Also, it probably makes sense for Ping, but even I'm just throwing this out there. Rainbow just added China as a region coming up into this next competitive year for the exact same reason. So if that was to ever happen, I think that would open up a lot of upcoming talent from the Chinese region. If Apex ever wanted to get serious about those regions, it does make me sad that we are not more committed to Brazil and China because they're pretty nasty in other esports. That said, let's go into Chile. Chile is another team that I had from my initial tweet.
See your tweet.
I don't know exactly. It was Zilach and Brutus.
Brutus.
I don't know about Elysium. I had put him on the
Yeah.
tweet, but I don't know if he's still playing these days. It's been quite a long time from when I remember him last competing.
I feel like Brutus is a lock.
Bring Elysium back. That's the thing. Like, I do feel like this kind of a tournament is something that people would come back for, considering the roster restrictions. You know what I mean? But John, I mean, you're kind of more of our South America expert.
guy here.
Surely, but Elysium went to engineering school, so that's the tough part.
Okay, he went to engineering school, but does that mean he forgot how to play Apex? Like, I'm not asking him to grind for the entire year. I'm asking him in November to fly out and game for a weekend.
Let's also not forget, all right, chat, for the people who don't have like the historical knowledge of when South America was a region, Singularity was like the South American team that would make it to LAN finals.
Yeah.
And Elysium was probably the best player on that team. So the guy, when he was playing, was probably the like best South American player. Now, obviously, at this point, that's obviously Kurev.
There you go.
But back then, Kurev wasn't like the known name. I don't even know like where he was at that point. But
Stopped
I
playing
feel
for a
like
full year and then came back and qualified to a LAN. So, like, you're telling me that he doesn't come back, gets a little bit of reps in on freaking, I don't know, crypto just for the hell of it, and then, like, says he's ready?
yeah, I don't know. I think we rip it. And at least according to Wikipedia, he competed in CC over like the last year. I'm assuming that was just like casually playing as opposed to um anything else, you know. But I think now I don't know if he would IGL, but I think we throw him in there for the simple fact that I really don't have any other options, to be honest.
I think it
Okay.
makes
Do we have any Chilean coaches? We do. We've got the Oran esports coach. By default, he's literally the only option. You're in there.
Yep.
Okay, Italy, here we go. My second team.
You want to take this one?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
know. I
options
don't
here?
know. I'm just like got nation pride for them. It's not
We
so
have
much right. There's the
what's-
guys. There's the
what's
guys
their
that played at
name?
the Open, that kind of got
We have
ran at
the-
by Twerkaholics constantly.
We have Totem. They're
Oh my
like
God,
the
let's do
consistent
this.
Italian pro league team.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Um,
think of. Totem.
Well,
I don't know. Why I just
know,
went to the Open. Yeah.
Adam, ZZ.
Yeah,
That
Adam.
was another option.
So coach is a lock. Just put Liuk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coach is a lock. We're putting Liuk. That's easy. It's
Yeah.
just the other options.
Yeah, two of the Totem guys, and then
Taxington is saying Mask and SEO. I'm not familiar.
Mask.
Who are these guys? Mask.
I think you meant to put catch. That's
No, Mask is. Oh,
Mask
Adam
is a player,
Easy,
but I think he
Ichio,
changed
Catch.
his mind to catch.
Yeah.
forget
Yeah.
forgot about Catch, please. Catch played with Totem.
He last played with Totem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Pro League Split 1 earlier this year, competed at the Open. I mean, ultimately, I'm just going to default to what Tax is saying. I'm not familiar enough with Italy like that to disagree here.
Yeah.
So I think
I basically
we put him
got
there.
it like this. Like, if Canada doesn't bring me over as vibe guy, I will come out as Italian vibe guy. I've been actually, my friend paid for Duolingo family plan and added me to it, so I've been getting back on my Italian game. I'll be ready for November.
I will say, so on my tweet all the way back then, we had Laser who came in and responded to it and busted out some of the other countries that I missed, and he also had Catch on there. So with Adam, so boom, there's a second vouch for Catch. All right, we get to Germany. Boom, Aku, we've got him locked, and this is once
Easy.
again one of those scenarios where
Yes.
it could maybe get a direct
Yes.
qual based on him alone. Depends on the team that he's on, all that kind of stuff. That said, who are other
Now,
options?
so we said privacy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if he's
know.
coaching, that's
Taishin.
a lock. We're not putting Taishin.
It's
I
I-
know.
Everybody throws Taishin out there. When was the last
I
time
just-
Taishin?
Taishin, year one champs, maybe.
I know someone.
I
that's
was thinking
played-
Miscam.
Miscam,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the guy that I remember.
Yeah, he's competed a lot more recently, and also once again, Laser did put him in that tweet back in June. We've got the vouch from Tax as well for Miscam, so I think we put him in there. And then
Yeah,
Same.
miscam for sure.
You're saying bubblegum?
Bubblegum. I've heard the name Bubblegum, but I don't know where. Where have I heard the name Bubblegum from? Is he
Well,
like
I
a
know
ranked grinder?
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
he's
I've
been
just seen
grinding a lot of
clips or
ranked, and he's
something.
been playing.
YouTube
with,
chat.
like,
Yo, I'm so sorry. I do not know what my
what's his
chat has
name?
not
Like
popped up here when I
Shuby,
was
like
reading to
Naughty,
you.
like he's
Reading
been
it.
Nah,
grinding a lot of
that's
people.
probably where I've
apologize,
seen him because
guys.
I've tuned
Yeah.
in.
I have not been
the
reading
Shuby
chat
Naughty
there, but like
streams
that's
recently,
because
that's
it
probably
just the
maybe where I've
combined
seen
chat. Now the combined chat's
Is
starting
he
all of a
number one,
sudden.
right? Oh, actually, maybe that's what
heck?
it is too. Is he the one that's like competing with
Olympic
Hal that's like
sports,
stealing
two-way
one back and forth?
volleyball, top one rank grinder, Canada taking
I don't
down
know.
out.
Anyway,
Silent
I
Day
don't
one
know.
Toronto. Damn.
Anyway,
You're from Toronto,
because I
Canada too. I
recognized his
am.
name somewhere
That's like
recently.
me.
For coach, we're
One of
obviously
those
putting
players that were
privacy,
fortune
although
tooth in
Tack
the
did
90s.
shout out Mesut
Kazakh is
Ozil.
good enough Sparrow to
Shout out to
1v20.
Ozil. I mean, great name.
The Olympic
I think
sports had
Manuel
two- was
Neuer
two
would also
World
be a
Cup
great
multi-team
shout
for
for the
countries
coach,
too,
but
if that's
you know,
clarified.
we're gonna go with
Bastian
Weiser.
Yeah, Acid
Schweinsteiger.
Man, we're not
Oh,
sure if like
Schweinsteiger, what a pull.
they're trying to
That
get
was
40 different
fantastic.
teams, and then they
The most
might
German name that's
add
ever existed.
another.
Anyway.
Let me
Shout out Acid Man, appreciate
okay,
the prime.
they're quieter.
Okay, Netherlands. Phoenix feels like the obvious one, and then I remember Trix also from the Netherlands. I'm not sure about a third.
That's the only two that I remotely know. The other ones that would have to come from Baxington.
Jack said phase. There are only 3 Dutch players in Apex. There are no others. All right. Hey, I mean, there we go.
Makes it easy.
Typed it in chat instead of putting it on the spreadsheet. Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Who's our coach? Tax, we
Top
got
one
any
rank rider
coach
playing with
options from the
Hack is
Netherlands,
Naku.
or are we gonna bust out?
Hack
Yeah,
is
like
his
Arn
Swedish,
Robin. Like what
He's
are we
got
doing?
German.
Jumba, any good Dutch players from hockey?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look at the Olympic roster that just played.
What's my dog Rude Hullet doing these
Isn't there-
days?
What's Oh my
Memphis
God.
Depay probably plays Apex. Good comms.
Oh, bro, who's the striker, dude? Why am I?
No, never
Van
mind. There was
Persie.
no.
Robin Van Persie. No good hockey players from the Netherlands.
I don't think so. Actually, yeah, I thought they had a team.
Louis,
that played-
yeah,
Oh, wait,
Louis
hold
Van-
on.
It's
Wait,
Louis
wait,
Van
wait,
Gaal.
wait.
What are
Louis
you
Van Gaal.
doing?
Hold on, wait.
What are you doing?
Nihil. He's from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Is he?
Straight Flames coach, former coach.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
he's the Thieves coach.
Yeah. No,
Boom.
then he's a great coach. Just put him in there.
Yeah.
Wow, there's literally no Dutch hockey players. I did not know that. The one that played the most games was last played in, I don't know, he's born in 1948, so whatever that adds up to. So
There you go.
Tax. Who's this Juicy guy? Is he better than FaZe? Is the only other option that I'm seeing on Wikipedia. Neil, best coach in Apex? Yeah, I don't know why I totally forgot about him. Because I remember the reason that I put the Netherlands down here was for the simple fact that I remember Phoenix, Trix, and Nihil, and I was like, surely that team can get a third. Like, they can find it. Can someone explain to me how they would do a qualifier for Americas if a USA team gets a direct invite? JMO, I have no idea. It's the most confusing thing ever because if you go back to that press release, it specifically indicated that the direct invite teams will also be competing in the qualifier. So they have to release more info to clarify because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And
Yeah.
I have no idea. So, yeah, I don't know, JMO. I have no clue how it works. Maybe they compete for draft order. I'm not sure. He's fully quit, gone for 2 years. Okay, then we're going with FaZe. All right, we're getting to Colombia. This was just, I was scrolling through Wikipedia, and I recognized some of these dudes from competing in America's Pro League. Like, it's as simple as that. What's his name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Bucks. I remember him being on, what was that roster last split that was pretty good? CIMJ, that, like,
Yeah.
was pretty decent. In
Yeah.
Pro League, they got 18th.
yeah,
I remember him. Who else? Den
I see
Pride.
Den
I know
Pride
about Den
here.
Pride.
Yeah, Den Pride.
Also on that CIMJ roster. The question is, I don't know about a third. John, are you still in chat? Do you have
Yeah,
any
he's here.
some Columbia? Press Bucks.
whose
Okay, there we
team
go.
Super stands.
So he actually said default KD drama and Bucks with Kamore as coach. So no Den Pride. We're gonna go with his options because I don't know enough. I just know Den Pride from seeing him in Pro League a lot.
Wait, what did he
But
say?
if that's the team, that's the team. He said KD, Drama, and Bucks. Who's
Yeah.
IGLing this squad, by the way?
Drama's got a Wikipedia picture with his dog, which is just so fucking sick. So I can ride with that.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pull this up. What?
Yeah, he's got a picture, Wikipedia picture.
Oh,
He's
dude.
rocking the jersey, and he's got
That's
his
the
dog. Oh, I'm covering
best
that on my
picture
screen.
on
Look,
Wikipedia.
I've never seen a picture on Wikipedia with a dog, but that's like, did he submit that?
I don't know. Maybe posted it on social media somewhere and they just found it. It's the
Yeah.
only photo they could find. That's a sick photo though for your Wikipedia page.
You'll love to hear it.
Valderrama for coach. All right, man.
Thomas
We're
Rodriguez.
pulling out throwbacks with the Valderrama shout. All right. Okay, we're moving on to Belgium. Once again, this was another team that was purely based on the fact that I saw some options on Wikipedia. I don't know if Tax or Missy
up,
are still in here
Volcancer?
and got some options.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate
Tack
it.
is saying
Welcome in.
Eden
Welcome
Hazard
in.
for the coach. No. Marige, I don't know how to say his name. I I remember both of them in EMEA Pro leagues. So
Chat, I'm so outclassed at these parts. Belgium?
Vincent Company is coach.
Who do I know
Boom,
from
there
Belgium?
You go. Oh, is there even 3 Belgian players? We got these two. I don't know who DOOXT is, but he competed at the Open.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think we just ripped these 3.
Yeah.
He was at the Open.
I'd agree.
There's our
No.
roster.
Anytime you need
Hold
me
on,
to
they're
go
not-
get rank grinders, I got you.
Are the are these guys on the same team? Like, surely they're not all on the same roster, right?
Let me see. Results. No. Overview. He's playing with Onyx, and then Vortex, and then one just says he's a Belgian player. So, I
All
wanna
right,
say
so we're
no.
gonna take that as they're not on the same roster. I don't think there's no coaches listed here, so I think we go Vincent Company. Unless, do we have any good hockey or NBA or football players from Belgium? I can't think of any.
Belgium.
So I
need
think
to
we're going
look that
Vincent
up.
Company.
Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead.
Boom. There we go. All right, Hong Kong. Pandas has already thrown out his team. Shout out to Tree Cleaner. One of
Tree
the best
Cleaner
names
is the only
in all
name
of
that
Apex.
I recognize. So the other 4 I have no clue.
Same. So where
Keep this
is
crap
it?
poll from Apex South. Yeah, you're
So
not
there's
wrong.
the whole Keep Going Gaming squad. North Korea squadron minus Tempo earlier did say that he would volunteer as tribute. So I know Tree Cleaner
Does anyone
Pandas,
know what
who's
the
IGLing the
citizenship
squad?
process of that is, though?
Of Hong Kong.
No,
I
not
got no
not Hong
clue, man.
Kong, North Korea.
Oh, North Korea.
Yeah, seems
I
a
don't
little
know. I think
difficult.
we go Tempo. We go. Sure. I mean, I don't know how Kimchi feels because he's South Korean, but I think we can maybe convince him. And then, do you think that Kim Jong Un would come out and play for the boys? Like, do you think that he
I
would compete?
feel like
I'm
he
not sure.
might, like he might just want to, like he makes the decision that he's going to. I don't know if that's really on us. So,
True.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kim
probably.
did tweet out about like Team
That he
Korea,
would compete for North Korea.
not
or
North
some shit.
Korea. Did he say North? Was
Oh.
that the North Korean flag? I saw him tweet out
I feel
flags.
like I feel like I saw Kimchi tweet some North Korea like thing at some point saying that he would totally do it. So anyway. Panda said Tree and Selka from KPG, so we can't do the third. Okay. So we ripped those 2. And then King is IGLing. All right, boom. That's who we're ripping, because once again, I got nothing else.
Yeah. I
And
got
now
nothing
here's the
else
crazy
to be
part.
quite
Kim Chile
Here's
honest.
the crazy
absolutely
part.
did tweet out today, ready to represent with North Korean flags.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I swear I
Yeah.
saw it somewhere. And then did you pull a coach? You did put a coach. Boom. Pandas has got us locked. All right, so that's
This man's name is
30
Tree
countries.
Cleaner. That's hilarious. Why did why
His
did
name's Tree
Yeah.
Cleaner.
people from
It's such a
China, like, they have the
badass
best
name.
names?
I know.
All right.
So, all right, so that's 30 countries, chat. And now, once again, reminder: the Esports World Cup wants to get 40. There are 10 more blank spaces, gentlemen, but I've got nothing.
Yeah.
I genuinely do not know who.
I
to put
haven't
here.
added input in. Well, I guess I did a little bit for like Brazil and shit like that, but I haven't added input in for the last like 15 teams. So I
No.
don't know.
So tax. Just to clarify too, because we probably could pull Belarus and Russia. Both of them are on the list of permitted countries. That said, no country flag is permitted, and only individual players in 1v1 games can compete. That's at least how I read this. I don't know if
Even
this
though
was
like
saying-
it can't be, like, do we want to just put it down just because we can make a team?
I mean, we could. We could. Do you want to do that? Like, who do we think would be the Russia team? Surely it's like Effect, Oirain, Hardeki? No? Thoughts?
Yeah.
I can't
Effect
see it being
Rain
anything else.
Hardeki, yeah. I guess
Oh.
9 Impulse doesn't make it, huh? And then
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what
He's
the-
from Belarus.
Oh, is
Belarus.
he?
He's from
Okay,
Belarus.
my bad. Didn't know.
Yeah. Who IGLs that? Probably Oirain. And so then we go.
Yeah, and then you go
Effect,
Hardeki Effect. Yeah.
Hardeki.
Non-represented.
Although
It
I
could
do
be-
know when
it
I
could
last.
be Oz. It could be Oz too. That would be an interesting one.
Kazakh is
I do know that the
Kazakhstan. We
last
got
time
Kazakh.
or actually, since the flag's not allowed, maybe we just leave the flag gone. I do know that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm
the
yawning.
players,
Jace, what's
I'm pretty
going
sure
on?
Also feel some type of way.
How you
about
doing?
Russia maybe representing. So I don't
CJ,
know.
Literally, if you messaged me an
Kazakhstan,
hour
Kazakhstan.
earlier, I'd be ranking.
Kazakhstan.
We're going through
Belarus
this,
would be
though.
9 imps. Who else do we have from Belarus? I remember there was a couple options.
Let me, I can pull it up. Yeah, what up, what up?
We have no options. We got like nothing.
All
Who
right.
is SS11? He played for
Okay.
Cybercats. That's a good sign. Competed in the last Pro League split. So welcome to the squad.
Claus
in,
is a
man.
coach. We can put him as a
I
player,
feel like
though.
we bring Claus out of retirement. He played previously.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
Claus
I
gets
feel like
in there.
that's what we have to.
Yeah.
Like we have to. That's all we have.
I do think
And then
that's
they
all
have
we
no
got.
coach.
Sweet, sound good. But yeah, like
We're
I was
sleeping on a big nation. Wait, who
so
are we
on
sleeping
time zones, I looked at
Greece?
it and like
Ooh,
I remember you
Greece.
saying
I
like you
forgot
game
about
around like 11
Greece.
a.m. That's like 8
question
p.m.
is
for me, which is like
citizenship.
perfect timing. So if
That
you're
I
ever on
don't
around
know.
that time, like that's when I'll be able to definitely hop on.
Does Naughty have Greek citizenship?
Ooh,
Does
do
anyone
we get
know?
Fallout in here? Do we get Greek in
He
here?
could be our vibes coach guy. Yeah, the Greek would probably be. Let's get Greek as our IG. No, we'll go Naughty IGL because he's been IGLing recently. We'll go Naughty IGL Greek. Do we have a third chat?
Greece isn't even coming up on the fucking page. There's no way. There's not even a Greek tab like for
No.
Greek
So
players.
yeah, I couldn't even find JMO. We're just cooking to cook at this point, man. We don't even know. Heat
Yeah.
is Greek.
Are they even
Heat
citizens?
Lifer.
I feel like Greek is. No? Greek's gotta be.
Boom. There we go. I have
Greek,
no
Naughty,
clue,
see, there you
man.
go. We got
I
it.
don't
I
know.
think
mean, I don't
Hassan
know how every
better to
country's
swap with
citizenship
Rowan for
rules work.
Indonesia.
Penny, is he Greek? Does he have citizenship? We're ripping him for the
If-
hell of it.
if
I mean,
Greek-
we got nothing else.
If Greek doesn't have citizenship, like I think that it might be a similar situation to that we were talking about earlier, where if you have parents that live there with like phony and like he or like they were born there, he could get a citizenship really easy. Pana, wait, did I miss this? Pana's Greek?
I mean, that's what someone in chat said. So we threw his
Yeah,
name.
they're
Okay.
saying he's got citizenship, so yeah, we're just kind of
Rolling.
rolling with it.
There we go. Okay, Taxied and throughout Ireland. Do we have any coaches for Ireland? Also, who are we?
Oh,
putting
yeah,
for
MG
Greek?
Clutch.
We already put Heat. I forgot. We already put Heat. We got the Stay Healthy coach from Ireland. Boom. IE Jace. Welcome to
Okay.
the Ireland squad. And it
There
didn't
you go.
paste.
Let's start looking
I
up.
took a DNA test. I get the results back in a couple weeks. Maybe I can play for South Africa or something. I forgot. Okay, we could have thrown RKN for Germany, but let's rip him for the South Africa.
Did we? I mean, like
Yeah.
this tournament's taking place in Saudi Arabia. Do we not get a Saudi Arabian team in there?
Connor said he's Irish. Connor, unfortunately, we already have an Irish
Connor.
team
Oh,
already
okay,
worked
there we
out.
go. I'm Scottish. In fact, my entire life I thought I was Scottish, Irish, 50% from my dad, and then Italian from my mom. Found out like 2 days ago that my dad's parents are pretty much both Scottish. Like he's always said Irish, and then one day like, we're just sitting at dinner and like we're having this conversation. We're like, "Well, your mother's Irish," and he's like, "No, she's Scottish." And we're like, "So your father's Irish?" He's like, "No, my father's Scottish." We're like, he's like, we went through this whole thing. I'm like, "Why have you said my whole life that I'm Irish?" So
Yeah.
I could fit in with Scotland though. If like need Scottish guys.
Well, unfortunately for you,
We have a
the
Scottish
rules
team.
do dictate. No, Great Britain includes.
That's
Scotland.
right. That's right. Fuck, that sucks.
We can, and I guess it's only Northern Ireland, so Ireland could be their own squad.
Yeah.
South Africa, we've got Masuko. Yeah.
Masuko,
Masuko,
Who else
yes.
do we have? Takasang Chile. Boom.
Chile.
Do we
there
have any
go.
coaches from
Any
South
coaches?
Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're
Gut,
South Africa.
Gutbuster is a coach.
Banger name. So we're
Yeah.
putting in Gutbuster.
Hold on.
Gutbuster
I'm looking.
is the coach.
I have pulled up
Elon Musk.
a picture that is the whole world countries list, so I can just make sure we didn't miss anything here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Tax said he's got an actual Polish coach. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. We'll take out Lewandowski. He's lost his
Fuck.
spot. Sorry, Robert.
That could have been good vibes though.
Go next coach is Polish. Wait. What's his
Okay.
name? I met him at LAN. Shoot. I didn't even know he was Polish. Do they even have him listed on Wikipedia? Wait, no. Isn't he from Israel? Did they get a different coach? Am I tripping? This
I
is who I
also
met
don't
at
know.
LAN. I met Bleachy at LAN. He has Polish citizenship. That's all you need. That is all you need. So he
There you go.
counts. Assume we're talking about Bleachy, right? Yeah, we're talking about Bleachy. He lives in Poland. If he's got citizenship, boom, you count. Welcome to the squad. I mean, he also, you got light. He's already got the connection.
There you go.
Okay. Jay
Um,
Precisions is South African. He's been top 10 in ranked. Are we putting Jay Precisions over Chile?
like, who are you asking here?
I'm asking JMO.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If you guys know, I mean, feel free to chime in here.
I mean,
got
I'm trying to look
nothing.
up other countries we can get in. Do we think we can fit Papua New Guinea in here?
Can we? I mean, do you think we can? Tell
I
me.
don't. I can get on Apex Legends status. Yo,
No Indian representation for real.
Mark
I don't know of any
and Kurishin,
Indian
Mark
players
McChung and
in
Ku-
Apex. We
Kurishin,
have an
thank you for the
Indian
follows,
org
guys.
SAUL.
Welcome on in.
It
Shout
will
out. Thank you guys for dropping
SAUL
follows.
manage to get Sharky, Legacy, and
Oh,
Jesco
grab my banner
Indian
pod. That's
citizenship?
actually fucked
And
up.
will we turn a
Only
blind
following
eye to
me
the
today.
2/3 rule?
That's
if we
crazy.
Can do that.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
If so, I think we've got a squad.
Respond. Respond to what? Did you text me?
Wyatt said respond. What is
Yeah,
that?
he said it in my chat. I don't know if because
I had
wasn't.
you weren't responding.
What am I
you're
not responding
his
to?
text?
No, because I text him that I got Barkov to be a coach, and all he said is that's big. What am I supposed to respond to that midstream?
Respond.
Yeah, he also
No,
just
he's-
followed me.
he's-
He followed me this minute for the first time.
Insane.
I
Absolutely
sent 10 messages in
insane.
chat, bro. I'm trying, but that's crazy that you follow me now. Dude, he's striking fucking 1,000 today. First we didn't blind together, then he didn't play CS with me, then he was shit talking about the women's Canadian team. Oh, you had to follow me and unfollow me to get my attention.
Crazy work, by the way. Nick, look at the squads we've got here. If we're trying to get 40 teams, I mean,
Where's Aussie
because
team?
once again, the rules. Draugr, look
Second
at this. We got
team,
you. Don't
literally
worry.
the number
We
2
got
team.
the squad. Also, Draugr, chime in here. Chime in. The chat was wondering, are Zero and Jen Burton going to put the differences aside, or are we going to bring out one of the S8UL boys for the squad? I said that they put the differences aside. They can kiss and make up and go for the dub here against Team USA. But I mean, you're the coach. Chime in. What do we got? No, but Nick, this is what I'm saying. The rules state that certain countries will get direct invites based on making it to champs points alone, which means Unlucky is going to single-handedly get Austria into this event. Kazakh is going to single-handedly get Kazakhstan into this event. And for the record, these 3 players are all ranked grinders that we pulled off the ALS ranked leaderboard.
Yeah.
There is not a single other Kazakhstan player listed on Liquipedia. We have nothing.
Yeah.
Where's
And
Cafe? Retired, man. He's gone.
I hope you guys understand that after looking at Akira's rank stats and his whole stats, there's not a guy I'm more confident in to show up on the big stage.
Akira's gonna ball out.
Yeah, he's gonna
do it. Okay. Someone said we could get a Philippines team in here. What do we got? What are we cooking?
Dude, okay.
We can get Turkey. Matafe said he would return if an org pays for his relocation transportation. Well, that ain't happening. Is he retired though? Who's retired? Wait, who's retired? Matafe? Nobody's truly retired on Apex, so I guess not. We got an Indonesian team. We do. We got Strafing, Easy Flash, Ronan, Salvatore is coaching.
Philippines
What
are
country is
Philippines,
is Matafe from? Slovenia?
Philippines are also not listed on freaking
On Liquipedia?
Liquipedia.
Oh, no.
So I feel like that means we can't get a team unless we want to pull ranked grinders. But
Do we
how
have-
do they qual?
Do we have any ranked grinders from Slovenia that we could pair
You need
with
me to get
Matafe?
Slovenian rank grinders? 1 sec.
Start looking
Apex
up the rank
Legends,
grinders.
Yeah.
If Tree Cleaner is flown to a LAN, I am unretiring. Well, get ready, buddy, because Tree Cleaner is representing Hong Kong on the stage. Get ready, man. You better be there coaching Team USA if this is the case.
Top Slovenian players. We got 2 UXC. But then after we got, I don't even know how to say these names, ANEQ3, and then the third highest player is a PlayStation player.
Bust
like,
out the console guy.
get out
man.
the
Let's
console
get him on
guy.
the squad.
His career kills. By career kills, we got Ham Solo,
There's nobody else, by the
117,000
way.
clear kills. Career
I
kills.
found it on Wikipedia. It's just Matafe.
Yeah, it's just
nothing
Matafe.
else.
That's why we gotta pull this.
We're
I can-
making Slovenia.
Bro,
We're doing it.
I
All
can
right,
pull out the
pull
smoke
some
show
names.
score again. I can pull out the smoke show score again. Kaboom, a
Pull
goal
out the
player.
smoke show score. Hold on, what
Kaboom,
was
a
the
goal
console
player
guy's
has the
name?
highest. Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me get him. I already
what was-
forgot. Console guy number 3 in Slovenia is Jaso Linux. Jocelyn.
You
So
gotta type his
JAS.
name in, man. I don't
Oh yeah, I forgot that I could do
copy
that.
and paste it.
I forgot that I could do that.
Type,
I got
copy
it.
and paste it. I got nothing here.
Jocelyn. I think it's like that, right? Wait, where'd it go? I'll fix that. So he's one. Yeah, Jaso Linux. I mean, there's only 2 guys who are listed here as Pred. The same thing happens. The number 1 guy has like 34,000 freaking RP, but it's showing he's Masters. But I feel like, why do I know this name? 2UXE? I feel like I've heard that name before.
Listen, Nick,
So-
we're putting Greece in, man. All right, we're putting them in, and if one of them's not allowed, we're gonna get Fallout as the
Fallout's
replacement,
the
and you're gonna
replacement.
deal with it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, my people. Wait, are you from Greece? Do you have citizenship? Are you playing?
Can you
Do wanna
play?
lock in?
Can you play?
You said you're
Will they give anyone-
unretiring when Tree Cleaner shows
Fuck
up.
no.
So lock
Why?
in, dude.
You can coach. But they give anyone a password. I was
Give
saying
anyone
that.
a pass.
That's kind of what I said. I said if Greek doesn't have a passport, I feel like it's pretty easy to get one there, especially if his parents were born there. I mean, it's a very similar thing in Italy. I could get one really fast because my mom was born there and lived there until she was like 4.
Maybe Effect can get honorary Slovenian citizenship. I already said that if Kazakhstan wants to lock in, there's a lot of options that they can pull from. All right, that's all I'm saying. I think the Kazakhstan government has got all of Russia and Belarus to pull from, and they need to make it happen.
Okay, so
They've got a
Jason,
guy with connections here.
our PlayStation guy, I think, plays the most because he's also got 3rd highest career revives out of the Slovenian players. So he feels like a lock where I'm not seeing the other names pop up as much. Jason
By the
Linux,
way, we've
most
got
wins
live
ever. Most
confirmation.
wins by Slovenia. So he's a lock.
Live confirmation. Pandas has DM Strafing Flame, and Strafing Flame has approved the squad.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've already got one team officially locked in. This is the team
Yeah.
that's happening.
Well, we kind of
we'll
had the
TBD on
Finland
everybody
team here.
else.
We had Missy
Draugr
in
did not
chat
respond.
here. We had Finland. They didn't
True,
oppose
true,
Barkov either, which is
true.
crazy. Like,
They didn't oppose Barkov. I think they were down for Barkov.
Yeah,
Missy, if you're still here, are we cool with Barkov coaching
Yeah.
the squad? You just didn't read it. Hold on, let me scroll. I was gonna say because if Draugr approves the Australian team, then there
he
we
did.
go.
He did. He said they'd put their differences aside. I saw him say that.
Differences aside, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, ultimately they're going for the dub here. There we go. New Zealand is getting in
Yep.
there. Heck, almost qualified for a bunch of lands. Talk to me, Draugr. Let's cook a squad here. Who do we gonna get for New Zealand? Give me a full
Oh,
3.
If we did
Kyle
want to like
doesn't get
actually
to
mess with
approve,
Wyatt,
that's
we
Don's
can put
statement.
Oh
Rant
shoot!
in.
The controversy is coming in. The controversy is
That's
coming
tough.
in. What if? Let's start conducting some ideas here. What if, like soccer, you can't coach a pro league team and a national team? So Winnie has tactically left Team Liquid to start claiming the Australian coaching spot and is already digging in deep when it comes to the organization and making that happen. I don't know. I'm just saying. He's Metro New Zealand? I don't think so. I think he's Australian.
No, Australian.
We can throw Metro though in the B or C teams down here whenever we get there. Does New
Well,
Zealand
you would
have
throw him into
Wikipedia
the-
players?
Oh yeah, like maybe like the C teams. Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
Australia.
was saying,
yeah,
like,
for
I
the
feel
B or
like we
C.
already discussed we had like a whole B team for Australia.
Yeah, no, we kind of do. Although, well, actually, yeah, because it's probably just MT plus
MT,
insert SAUL
yeah.
duo. Okay, where were we? New Zealand, APAC South. What do we got on Wikipedia?
I mean, we already had Jesco say to Draugr, get him on that team. He said that earlier.
I think he was saying for the A team in place.
Yeah,
of
for the A
Denver.
team. For the A team. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. But I guess if Don coaches the A team, then we can get Draugr for the B team. There we go. According to Nick. We got Acquaintance as captain. Okay, boom. Also, wait, did we ever get a Slovenian coach? Who's a notable Slovenian celebrity?
Yeah, somebody got a Slovenian celebrity.
There's a lot of Turkey players. Tax, cook it, write it down. Oh wait, Luka Doncic. I forgot. Luka.
Yeah, absolutely.
Luka can coach the Slovenia. Imagine Luka and Matafe leading Slovenia to gold.
Oh, if
Incredible.
Luka Doncic wasn't freaking Slovenian, there's such a good NHL player too. Ante Kopitar.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
Very
okay.
Unfortunate.
It's okay. Luka's way bigger deal.
For
We need a New Zealand third and a coach.
They said heck is one.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write heck.
Yep.
And then what do we have for a third here?
Do we have New Zealand teams versus New Zealand players? Australia.
We've got Nicholas,
There's a
very cheeky
very
indeed, who
cheeky
I'm kind of
indeed.
leaning towards.
That's what I'm
Sway
leaning
and
towards as well.
T-Bone. I'm only leaning towards him for the name alone.
Yeah.
But if anybody else wants to chime in here, let's go.
T-Bone's real name is Thomas Beer.
He said Nico would be third. All right.
Nico would be third. That's Stoney.
Do we have any coach options? None on Wikipedia. Anybody know?
Acquaintance.
Or acquaintance? I don't know. Oh shoot, we're getting conflicting information here. Stoney saying Cheeky's definitely in. East is coaching. Lock it in. Boom. Locked.
His name is Easty. But now two eyes at the end. He's locked. Like ZZ really wants him. He said it 4 times.
So hold on though. We've got conflicting information in terms of acquaintance making this roster. Drager saying Cheeky. Stoney also backing Cheeky.
What up, Hack? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Cheeky over acquaintance, love the point acquaintance, but Cheeky.
Tonight?
Okay. I think maybe we have to go with that. No. I like the name too. That's who I lean towards.
Yeah, Canada win the Nations Cup, sure. Can we just
Who's
include Russia?
IGLing this trio?
We did include Russia. We had them. I don't know if that came in earlier though. My bad. It's really hard to keep.
Although
YouTube.
I will
it's
say,
not like
chat,
showing up in my chat. I don't know why.
Reminder: Russia and Belarus are not allowed to participate. Unfortunate.
Sorry, I thought it was muted there.
No, you're good. Acquaintance for good comms. East IGLing from screen share illegally. We're pulling out the VKG strats. All right. All right. It'll be non-representative. From the way that I read this, it says only individual players in 1v1 games. Unless that is saying that the 1v1 players are allowed to use the flag. Or
to be fair, they
that saying that
for Apex alone, didn't those guys all move
participate?
Those guys have all moved anyways since, and then like they all on Wikipedia are, I think, listed as non.
I don't know how this reads because it says no country flag permitted, only individual players in 1v1 games.
But I was gonna say, to be fair, like those guys have all moved away from Russia too, and I think like our list is non-representing, so I don't know how that works.
The question is, do they have citizenship somewhere else? Because I don't think they would allow them to just participate as non-representing. Surely, right? That sucks for Effect. Yeah, it sucks for all of them, bro. I mean, look.
Yeah, that's a sick squad.
Oirain.
That's a sick squad.
That's 4 players that should be there, man.
Faso
Who's
squad.
the Burkina Faso squad? Isn't Funk from Aruba? Is he?
We're getting some.
Can we cook at Aruba?
I mean, I was just saying Papua New Guinea. I can't even say the fucking word.
Aruba, not a country. They all have Serbian citizenship like that? Do they actually? Wait, who? Which 3? All of Oirain, Effect, and Hardeki? Do they all have Serbian citizenship?
Well, I know that they all moved to Serbia. I wonder if they needed to do that for Apex and shit like that too.
I just didn't know if they had citizenship or if they were going on visas. If they do, Serbia is listed here as a squad. So we could actually just have them represent Serbia, no? Is it all 3 of these?
Pretty sure they all have citizenship in other countries. Ooh, it just wonders.
I thought Effect lived in like Turkey or something.
I know Oirain was like living in Serbia. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hong Kong also not a country. So, Nick, to clarify, this is once again just based on the list of countries that the ENC allows, and they do have Hong Kong listed as one of the countries. Limited usage of neutral flag is permitted, but Hong Kong, China is one of them, as is Chinese Taipei, aka Taiwan. So we've got these locked in, which is why tree cleaner making it to land, baby. Effect is in Serbia. Listen, I'll change it to Serbia if we can actually get confirmation that they do have
This
citizenship.
fucking-
Otherwise, we're just gonna leave it.
Played with rugby. He paid for the citizenship in visa Serbia, not visa. Right, this has been sent to me, and I don't know if this tournament will be a joke.
No, so Draugr, this is where it's confusing. Okay, they put out this press release, and my understanding prior to this press release was that coaches are who determine the rosters, because right here you can see this is the national team setup, and it says you get a partner who picks managers, and the managers hire coaches per title. And then right here it says, in every nation, the selected games coaches for each title will be responsible for the sporting aspects, blah, blah, blah. But right here it says, building the national rosters. Now, it does say rosters plural, but I assume that was just across every game, right? So to me, that implied Australia picks Draugr as coach and says, pick the team and you build the team, right? That was how, and obviously, like JMO pointed out, it's probably just the IGL / best player that's going to build the team. But once again, like, this is my understanding until they dropped this press release where now it says 20 of the highest ranked countries will be auto-qualled with a direct invite based on championship points following EW's Roger. Now Rogers is here. Here comes all the Australian coaches. Assuming now. Nick comes in, says Don's taking it. I wonder, where's Don? Where's Don chiming in? Winnie want to come in chat too? JMO's already arguing that he should be for Team USA. Every coach wants the spot.
When you got Winnie, like, I mean, there's too many options.
I know
for this
they've
Australia
got a
coach.
whole
It's
coaching
crazy.
staff if they want. Don's probably hammered right now. It's Ramadan. Actually, never mind. Anyway, so, but once again, the 20 direct invites, which is why I'm assuming that Kazakh single-handedly is going to qualify Kazakhstan. Unlucky will single-handedly qualify Austria based on their champs points alone, following just Pro League and EWC, right? So now things get weird because they get direct invites. So I assumed the direct invite teams get taken out of the qualifiers, no? But then when you scroll down here, it says which team represents each country / territory, both for invited and qualifying participants, will be decided via open qualifiers. So now that reads that it's contradicting the coach thing and is actually saying that we're going to have a qualifier with a bunch of Team USAs all trying to compete, and whoever wins, or I guess would be the highest placing, is actually going to represent Team USA.
This is so confusing. No, this is so BS because you cannot have this land with Hal not representing USA.
But then here's the weird part too, right? Because Tempo was saying that there's going to be qualifiers within each country. Surely,
yeah, that's what Chrono
not.
just
like
said.
USA could, but it's like in Kazakhstan when Kazakh gets the direct invite, who's gonna compete, man? Like, you know what I mean?
Like there's only 25 fucking players. They can fill one lobby. It's only 25 ranked players.
Is it a regional qualifier? So that's another part of why it gets confusing, guys, because what this says is there's a regional qualifier and it starts allocating like slots based on these regions. And so I don't know how
I like
that
it
works.
says
But then
APAC
Tempo
North
said
gets
there's
0.
Well, that's because South Korea and Japan are going to be directly invited anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about either. I assume just to make sure they make it, or maybe just because the region of APAC North is just only those two countries, so why even do it? I don't know, man. But then Tempo said that when he applied to be the Canadian national partner, that in the application, it asked, how will you conduct tournaments to determine the rosters? I don't know. But also the Canadian national partner thing, that does apply for every esport. So maybe that isn't for Apex. It's a very confusing thing. They simply APAC North is also Mongolia. Okay, there you go. I guess Mongolia could compete in the tournament too. But it's not Apex specific. It's across all titles. Yeah. So then I don't know. It's very confusing. I think they need to put out a better press release that exactly lines out how these teams are going to be competing, because this whole qualifier thing doesn't really make sense to me with the coaches thing, where it says the coach builds the national rosters. Does that mean like whoever is picked for Australia as the coach is going to build like 7 different teams to compete in a qualifier? Is that what's happening? A single coach? Because I thought this would just be across all games. So I thought they were handpicking it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
I'll
gonna be
play
a
at this
weird
point. You might have
process
to,
get this
man.
figured
If you want to
out.
compete, get out there. Okay. I was told if King MSG plays for Hong Kong, he will have to solo queue it.
I changed it already.
All right. I thought, well, isn't Tracy though the third on the actual like their pro league team?
I have no clue.
Okay. Anyway, it's very confusing. I'm not sure how it's all gonna work. I think they got to clarify.
Dude, I didn't even think
Um,
this is so difficult for us here. What are teams like Valorant gonna look like? How does that work with these squads and like when there's 5 players? Because we had this 2/3 thing here. Does that exist in those games too?
It does. So the way it works with others is, I think in any esport that's above 3, I think you can only have 2, or maybe it was max 3. I think for
I guess
like
those
esports
games
with
though,
5.
maybe you just take some guys who don't make it on their Counter-Strike teams to go play Val.
Those games too, especially like the
European scene's way
based
bigger, yeah.
teams, are often not all the best, like same country when they play on the same team. So sometimes they won't all be playing for the same country anyway. Might be harder for some countries like the US or whatever, but they can figure it out. I'm sure there's enough teams. Especially when there's only one. If they're only going to have one country, it would probably be hella competitive in those games to determine
Do we
who's going to
just
be on like a
go
Team USA.
build like some of the B and C teams for US on Australia?
Let's rip them right now because we can probably do these fast. I feel like second Australian team, like we said earlier, MT, Jesco, Legacy. No?
Yeah.
Or do we actually, does Sharky make it over
I
one
knew
of
you were gonna
Jesco
ask
and
like
Legacy?
Sharky and yeah. I was thinking Jesco
I've
and
always
Legacy
had
have like played
Jesco
together.
Legacy as a duo.
Yeah.
But MT, and that is the guild roster that he played with, was Jesco and Legacy.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
recent.
that's another big thing too. Right.
Iran needs a team. Oh man. Imagine you see Nate Shot or Hex picking Apex teams. Oh man.
Remember when Nate Shots like
I
fucking
think
died to design in a game and goes, "Who's that guy?" while he was on 100 Thieves. So see, now this is the question: you throw Don there instead of Roger.
Then listen, these are in no order, or not Don there. That would be what, Rogers or Winnie. Can we cook a 4th Australian squad? Pricey too. I forgot about
Pricey, I was gonna say
Pricey. Actually, I
Pricey,
think we go
yeah.
Pricey over Player K.
Yeah.
How do you spell Pricey's name again? Why? Oh, it's
PR. Yeah, it's Pricey with
There
two
it is.
Y's,
Yeah,
I think, 2 double Y. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
my dog.
three
Shout out
Ys.
Pricey. Okay, so there you go. And then is there another one with Winnie, Metro, Player
You have Metro.
K?
You put Metro on the other team, Sharky and
Oh
Pricey.
shoot, I did. It was just Player K.
So Player K. Wait, we put Panna with Greece.
Stoney, we put
Yeah,
so Panna in
we
Greece.
can't put Panna there.
we're reaching for options for Greece here, man.
Rocky, Fussy, throwback.
Are we bringing Fussy out of retirement? Is Fussy retired or is he still
I
playing?
don't
I
know.
don't even know.
I don't know.
Shady, we get Shady back in.
Yeah. And I just remember Rocky and Fussy always playing together.
Oh yeah. All right. There's our Australia teams. Okay, Team USA 2. Who's IGL besides Hal?
Oh well, like yeah, like it depends about our phony pick.
Yeah. I mean, we did get confirmation that phony does apply for Mexico because if one of your parents is Mexican, you have citizenship regardless of where you were born.
Oh, so I
don't think
he
Fussy
has
has touched
citizenship?
controller for years now. All right, there we go. He does have citizenship, and phony did tweet that when he tweeted, he put out all 3 flags, which was the U.S. flag, the El Salvadorian flag, and actually no, he didn't even put the U.S. flag. He put Mexico and El Salvador. So I think to me that indicates that he knows. Why is Zap on the A team respectfully? Because when I was in the airport, I asked Hal, and that's who he picked, man. There you go.
Oh shit!
Respectfully.
And Zap is here.
And Zap's in the chat. And Zap's in the chat. Zap clapping back with the question mark.
I don't know if I saw it. Holiday. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest.
IGL,
Did I see your video of the ALGS champs? Did you
Phony
make a video about
Vaxiania.
Oh,
Dude, we have confirmation.
yeah, I think I saw you
that
tweeted about it. If I'm
our
not
Vax's
mistaken,
parents Mexican.
I did.
Because he's not listed as Mexican on Wikipedia.
Shout
so
out.
I
didn't get to fully
know his
watch
roots.
through all of it, but I actually did start it, I believe.
If he does, then I feel like, yeah, we can throw Vax on there. Phony Vaxiania is a crazy squad, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Alb,
that'd be an interesting one for sure.
we're gonna. I don't know if
Okay,
Alb
anyway, back
makes
to
the
Team
squad
USA.
just yet, but thanks for the
JMO,
follow,
who do you
Noda.
want?
And the light, what's up? Shout out for the follow. Thank you.
I mean, surely it might be like a Zainu Koi angle, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I think I was unmuted again talking there. My bad. Keep doing that.
We'll cook the JMO roster. JMO, who do you want? Are you pulling two of your Grow Gaming boys and throwing in a third, or what?
Gotta get the players to tweet out the flags.
Let's
do
brainstorm
think, though,
IGLs. Let's start with IGLs. We got Drops. We got Zainu. We got.
In a scenario where JMO, I'm assuming JMO's going to pick two of his players, so I think we go Zainu Koi for a third roster.
We got Vayne in there. That's an IGL. What other IGLs can we think of? Why am I blanking on them all?
I feel like if I'm JMO, wouldn't I go like, if I'm picking dropped and then either Keon or knocked, throw in like McLovin or something?
Yeah,
in
wait,
there?
tell him to pick. I'm curious. Pick one of your kids. Which one you picking? Which is your favorite one that are you keeping with dropped?
Yeah, Nick, that was kind of crazy the way you said that.
That was wild.
Dude,
That was wild.
Keon plays sport like Waltzy, so are you going dropped Keon with like McLovin, or like what? Do you want McLovin? You don't have to pick him. You can pick somebody else. We could do like a Vayne McLovin squad. Get nice wig in there.
I was thinking
obvious
about
Koi or
that.
Zainu are in. Here's the thing, though. I feel like Koi Zainu in a scenario where there's like a qualifier, I feel like they stick together as a duo. So I feel like it makes it tough for your squadron.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like
I don't think they split.
I feel like we got to separate them.
No, I agree.
I feel like Zainu would also, in a scenario where he's sticking with Koi, is just going to stick IGLing. Who do we think Zainu Koi would pick up in that sense?
Do you think that could be like a would it be like a Keon angle maybe?
Well, but once again, we're splitting. Is JMO picking? Let's just put dropped in Keon here. JMO, you got to pick your team, man.
Yeah, you got it. You got to pick who you're dropping.
Zainu Koi would play with McLovin. Do you think so, though? You don't think there's like crazy role overlap here? Also, yeah, Nick, who's the third for Zainu Koi? Knocked for the vibes for Zainu. Do we go Sykes?
Definitely could be Sykes.
For JMO's team?
Who's good
now?
I don't fucking know.
There's
It's a tough question.
Verhulst. We got
Crazy.
Panic in here. Yeah, Panic. Verhulst. Like
We could do. I mean, JMO's picking.
Drop Keon and Panic actually. Could
JMO,
make
who do you
sense.
want? You want Panic? You want McLovin? Who you picking, man? You're the coach.
how are they?
How are they picking teams for this? Watson, it's insane.
Yeah.
The way that I thought it was the coach picked. It said on their website that the coach builds the rosters, and then apparently now it's just there's a qualifier and the teams get built, and whoever wins the qualifier is going. So Watson, if you want to come out of retirement, join Dropped in Keon for Team USA.
Oh my god.
Win that shit. I'm just saying. Problem is you got to talk to JMO, assuming coaches get to pick. Imagine. Bro, hold on. Imagine Watson comes out of retirement.
Autumn, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
Imagine the shit talk, the tweets that he would put out. It'd be incredible.
It's like Jay's fourth time explaining how the teams get picked too.
Yeah, no, and the problem
It's
is
very confusing. You still don't understand it. None of us do.
I'm still convinced
None of us
because
understand
once
it.
again, we still don't have 40 teams, and people are talking about we're throwing the Philippines in here, man.
Yeah,
like. We are getting bottom of the barrel.
That, Autumn.
We put
Thank you for coming by, stopping by the stream on top of it too.
To get 40, and we didn't even get there. So
yeah, like
it's tough.
The guys haven't taken Papua New Guinea down.
Hence why we have these countries, because these countries are the ones that I think can support multiple.
Who's our
South
next?
Korea's
Who's okay?
questionable.
Who's our
They have
next
full guys
duo
that
that
can-
we would throw in here?
I'm still waiting for JMO and Nick to pick their thirds.
Yeah, their
I'm leaving it
thirds.
up to them at this point.
Who's the next, like U.S. IGL that we think would be like next best to get a squad?
Probably Vane McLovin, no? Assuming that McLovin doesn't get poached on one of these teams. I feel like it would have to be them, no?
Because they're dude.
I mean, NIP
Senior
was incredible
duo.
this year.
No, I know. I'm agreeing. I said
Yeah,
Vane,
yeah.
like
The only weird part would be Raven not coaching them. I feel like if Raven was to coach, he would stick with the duo, but screw it, whatever. We'll just stick with it. Nick Merckx for a Saudi team. All right.
Okay.
Guys, Saudi's going to get an auto invite. I did actually look earlier on the potential Saudi players, and these guys haven't competed since like 2021. Because I figured they would get an invite. as
Mazer
well.
would be a good shout for potential.
Zach
oh
Mazer,
yeah,
true.
Zach Mazer.
That
Monsoon.
ass just opened the ALGS cord to look through player names.
I'm scrolling down
This
here.
guy. Nick, if you're going to be coaching Zainu Koi, you got to have options. I don't think Panic works here. I don't think McLovin
I mean,
works here
Zap,
because of
Zap's
roles.
the one who said that they
He's
want to
got- he
play with
said Verls.
McLovin.
Verls,
Zap
yeah,
not
that
say-
would be an option.
Zap said Verhulst?
But Zap, don't you think that Koi and McLovin just kind of do the same shit in terms of like the character pool and like what they're going to be playing? Don't we need a guy who's going to be willing to like shut up and anchor, you know? I like the Verhulst pick.
Give me
I like that.
Toppy.
I feel like he works.
Yeah, McLovin He said McLovin
McLovin
anchors.
anchors? Am I tripping? I'll warp him. Don't worry. Am I smoking? McLovin anchors? But was McLovin playing like Newcastle type of characters for them? No, right? Can we redo China team as QQ as China citizenship?
See,
Crazy
so-
Kong, no name, QQ.
So see, there's Zainu
Yeah,
saying
that's
okay,
what
Zainu said
McLovin.
McLovin.
So
there it is.
ZZ
There
doesn't.
it is.
Who do you want as your coach? You could just like kick out ZZ as your
Yeah,
coach.
Zainu, who's coaching
Who's
y'all?
coaching Zainu?
Who's the coach for your team? You can kick him out if you want. You can get rid of him. You're picking the team, bud. Welcome to the big leagues.
Oh my god.
I don't know, bro. I just think McLovin could work. Well, we're on the coach. We've added McLovin to your team, man. You got him. I got receipts. He can't kick me. Dang, he knows where the bodies are buried.
Oh boy.
Verhulst might not do well with the sheer amount of diversity at this tournament. I can kind of agree with that. Verhulst did just recently transition to some different characters at champs. Okay, JMO did say Panic earlier. I think that works. I think that fits. I don't know how
Dropped.
Dropped and Keon are going to deal with Panic screaming at him, but you know.
We have Phony in
Zainu,
with Mexico
Zach,
right
Phony.
now. Wait, oh, he's saying that
Drop,
for a
what are
squad.
you
I
cooking?
thought he was like telling us what like IGLs to like
What
talk
are
about.
you cooking?
I
What are
actually
you
thought he was just
saying?
listing
I said,
IGLs for
what
us
the
to
fuck is
talk
that?
about.
Dropped
Yeah.
came in here and said he wanted this team to argue, blow up, and give Australia the dub. Like what?
Oh my
Zach Sykes
gosh.
and whoever, that probably makes sense. Yeah. Well, I feel like I'd go Vane over Zach. But also Zach does have history with Sykes. Although wasn't it like hella brief? Didn't they only play together for like 2
Zach?
weeks?
Yeah, they
We
played.
could just do we
they,
could do 2
they,
more Team
hey,
USA
they
teams.
did. They were first for those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They were first for those 2 weeks. But I'm pretty sure it fell off a cliff immediately after.
Zach Mazer.
Yeah, chat for everybody saying Phony on Team USA. Phony did tweet today, and he only put the Mexico and the El Salvador flags. So we've got Phony on Team
Brother.
Mexico.
I was gonna do the
Got
Got him
Madness
on
thing
Team
earlier.
USA. Madness?
I was
Zach
gonna-
Sykes and Madness?
Yeah. Wait, that's good just to post.
Who's coaching? Who coaches this team? I think for the hell of it, we put Nick over here. I think we put Nick over here.
Yeah, Nick has to coach his team.
congratulations.
Nick absolutely has to coach his team.
Congratulations, man.
He just
You're
got that
officially
team.
on the Zach Sykes and Madness roster. Incredible promotion for you, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great
I've
work.
seen Sykes jump in here and see that.
Do we have any other U.S. coaches? Where's Monsoon? We could cook a Monsoon fun roster here.
Good.
Give me knocked Zainu. Zainu's already got a squad.
Monsoon, IGLing, fun. Who's their third? We're taking down the imp. Crazy work. We go Nocturnal, their coach, maybe.
Or just
Who's
Nocturnal
on
play with
Italy?
them.
It's not looking great.
What if Nocturnal all just plays with them?
Man. Wait, sure. I mean, we have Verhulst left off. Surely we just put Verhulst in now. These are insane rosters. There's just like no shot some of these happen. I mean, obviously this one's not happening, but Lauder kind of plays shit that fun plays. Like Lauder kind of overlaps. Even Verhulst kind of overlaps them. I feel like those two need somebody to get some aggro. Who would fit in there to be aggro? Carter? We putting Carter in for them? Boom, done. Floating gets aggro. Verhulst can get aggro. I mean, like he can, but I feel like Verhulst is a little bit more reserved of a player. I don't feel like Verhulst is the guy I want to be like in the panic type of role where he's just getting nuts. They need a vibes player.
Vibes player, though.
I don't know the vibes of Carter. I feel like he's got good card.
I mean, Monsoon's a vibes guy. What do you mean? Fun's a vibes guy. They're vibes.
Fun and Fun can carry the vibes for anybody.
They're all
bro.
vibes guys. Yeah.
You put anybody with that duo, we're vibing.
Yeah, they're all vibes guys. So.
Hal reps of Verhulst.
Not Blinkster's IGL. Blinkster is Canadian.
Blinkster's Canadian.
He not playing.
That's
Nocturnal
my team.
Is
Get out of
washed
here.
plus retired plus fell off. Hope he heard that. Somebody clip it and send it to him. Playing for the
Plus
vibes
ratio.
like Zaza. True. Plus ratio. True. Okay. Do we have any other Japan teams? Also, wait, somebody did say QQ has Chinese citizenship, which I feel like in that scenario, because LD said he was going to retire, do we not go Casa, no name QQ? Do we not just rip that?
Well, I think. Hold on. What did I see?
Because if QQ has Chinese citizenship, surely he's just going to play for China.
I've heard, or I got something that said it'd be QQ, Crazy Kong, and No Name.
Larryman's
would
already
be
on our
the roster.
team.
Change ours to drop
can't.
Nox Zainu. Does Zainu agree with this?
Yeah.
If Zainu agrees and says he will not be playing with Koi for the other team USA with McLovin, then we'll put him over there.
We also need a
There's only
coach
2
for that
invite
squad.
slots, but once again, isn't it a qualifier for which one? The Zainu roster?
Yeah, the Zainu roster. Like if Nick's coaching our, team that I think might
We-
go on to win it.
We could put Psycho.
You're giving me Psycho
We
that
put
squad
Psycho
now.
on the other roster. 'Cause
Poor-
Nick ain't gonna coach that team. He ain't gonna do it.
That's the bit.
Yeah. I think. Do you really feel like QQ would play with Crazy Kong over Casa?
That is just going to intel that I received. So
Yeah, from Pandas, but
yeah.
so then here we'll copy these two. We'll put them down here. Is it Kong with a C or a K?
No,
They're
C.
both K, no?
No, is it
C?
Both C's.
Yeah, both C's.
Crazy
What up,
Kong,
Grambo? Shout out.
and
Thank you for the
QQ.
follow.
Boom. And then QQ comes off of Chinese Taipei. So then who do we put for them? Roy has played with Xiaoji before, but does BJ play with them?
I would say yes, probably. That'd be the only thing I could think of off the top of my head.
And then who was the third for Wolves?
There's No Name, Crazy Kong, and then what the hell am I fucking
Is
forgetting?
it return?
When? No, that's the coach. The Wikipedia is always messed up for them.
Is it not return? Am I tripping?
I thought it was return.
Like Don said?
But
Wolves, ALGS.
Their Wikipedia is never right because When doesn't play, and then I don't know who XZ is. I don't think he's their player either.
Or was Wolves on the team in the past?
Oh, maybe.
Where's Hal at?
XZ?
Team USA right there. I don't know. Return's kind of a demon though.
Oh yeah, like when is Donut? But Donut,
Donut, yeah, Donut.
When is Donut?
No, you're good. You're good. Bosnia. Should we cook a Bosnia team?
Which team is Tech gonna IGL for? Well, it'd have to be a US team.
We could remove Sykes and
Sykes
put
and put
Tech on the
Tech.
Zach Mazer Madness team.
Poor Zach.
I like
Poor,
that.
poor Zach.
I would say
Well,
I would say
Sykes. What do we do?
Sykes
Zach,
not being
bro?
on any of these rosters. I feel like it's kind of crazy though.
Well, if that's the
Yeah, but
roster you're gonna
this
put him
one-
on, though.
Think about it though. Like
I
we
guess
got like
he
3
played with
dudes
Zach,
who could
yeah.
just play crypto.
Yeah. Zach is. That's.
Zach is suffering for the sins of all Apex players. He's suffering for dropping Noct, bro. This is the justice. I'm playing crypto for Team 2 until it's banned. There we go. Do we have any other Japan? What can we do for Thailand with Dexter?
Put Sykes with Monsoon for fun.
Who do we got from Five Fears that we can put with Dexter?
That would.
It'd be Gop.
You think that
and
would be a
Pop Up It.
roster that just like really vibed?
Boom. Oh, I forgot Gopcap has a Z, bro.
Gobcap, yeah. Texture Fuffa Fifth.
Sainu has 2 land wins. Incredible. Good comms. Holiday, good comms. What a team. South Korea. Okay, so in this scenario, right, we had for our other team, we had it with Obli/Illy. Let's say
We didn't
in
put the
the
North Korea
scenario-
roster. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, we didn't put the North Korea roster.
do we want to write it down? All right,
If
who do have
we could
again?
just literally put Kim. I don't know who else we put in there, but like Kim's the only one who
Kimchi
said he's okay with
IGLs.
it. Yeah,
We had somebody else though. We had Kim, somebody, and then Kim Jong Un coming out to play with the boys. Who was
I
the
wouldn't. Maybe I don't
the
know
guy,
if it could even be offensive.
We
So
really
maybe
had
just because Kim's okay with it, we throw Kim. We could throw Kim Jong Un. I think just leave them as a duo. John Cena.
Do you think John Cena can speak Korean? Because if he can, I think he's a great option for the coach.
just because
We know he speaks Chinese.
I'm not going to comment on that. That seems like we're pushing something. there.
We're cooking things into a very interesting area. right
Who would have
now.
thought that he speaks Chinese, man? So maybe he can speak more languages. I don't know. We're going for the meme team at this point when we're putting kimchi on North Korea.
He tweeted it out. He wants to be there, so I'm just letting the man represent the country he wants to represent.
Can Saucer play for
fair.
China, though? I highly doubt he has citizenship, so probably not. And also, respectfully, Sauce doesn't make it over this team. Who do we have for like a backup Japan team? Dennis Rodman for the coach is a banger option.
That's good comms.
Who do we have for the Japan second
Backup Japan team. Who's the
Leica?
guy that IGL'd for freaking Fnatic last year? Why am I forgetting?
Leica,
Leica. Yeah. Did you say Leica? Sorry, I was talking, so I
Yeah.
can't hear you in my own voice.
team?
Yeah, Leica Malsera.
There's Saku. You
Saku.
have Colonel Garcia. You've got Reliable Lace. I mean, you've got Taida. I mean,
I'd take
there's definitely a few.
Saku, Colonel Garcia, or Reliable Ace.
Kakagori. We keep forgetting about Kakagori, bro.
John Cena learned Chinese with the WWE language program, though, not Korean. Did the WWE never went to Korea, man? They're throwing. Ianaga could be another roster.
Ooh, Ian Naga is actually a good show. I like that.
I think you put Saku on the first squad because didn't they all play together? Or am I just confusing like rotating Fnatic players? Ross is playing
Would
again?
be quite.
Is that true?
Roz is playing again. There's no way.
Shinji
Oh, Suzuki?
Kagawa, what a name.
Chicago for the coach.
I love that. That's a great comms.
This is hilarious.
I kind of like the Kakagori.
Oh shoot! I
shout,
see your
not
messages
gonna
here
lie.
now, Holiday.
But I don't know if he's if the Japan audience has him up there right now. Roz is playing ranked with Obley and Synap right now. What?
What up,
Roz.
Will? Guys,
Wait.
like again, another stream where
Obley,
we're dropping
Roz.
like 30 plus
Who would that third be?
followers. Climbing
Karanpu.
big every day. I love it. Thank
Thank
you.
Baker can coach.
Faker's coaching.
Faker can coach. Yeah, I'll take that.
I feel like we can't go Kakagori for that top team. I don't know if he's like regarded that highly right there yet. Knocked with us, Keon anchor for Zainu Koi. Zainu already said he's picking McLovin. So if you're doing that, you're kicking Keon out of Team USA. You can take Knocked though.
It will feel so weird to have so many American players not play at the event.
I know, dude. Like I
It's gonna
said, you
feel
could
so
get like
weird.
10 Team USAs.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
what
feel
I'm
So
saying.
weird. I think literally
Keon
attending
instead
the
of
LAN,
Carter?
if I get the chance to attend the LAN, I think it will also feel weird with not having any of those guys there.
Maybe we go Libel Ace. Doesn't like what is Meltstera doing these days in terms of roles? We could definitely make a third tie team, yeah. Dom, what's Meltstera doing in terms of roles? Is he anchoring at this point, or like what?
Sure
What
he's been
characters
more
is he playing?
anchoring, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
So that's why I leaned Libel Ace over a Colonel Garcia for that team, and then maybe we go Colonel Garcia with Ianaga's squad. Zach, Keon, Cersei.
Are we like
Do
trying
we
to
want to
build
turn the Zach
balance
Mazer
squads?
team to serious?
Oh,
Let's we
maybe
can make
Zach
serious.
should
The
get it.
meme- the
Wait,
meme's
take a
over.
screenshot first. I'm just
Go
saying,
back
you're not
in the
gonna,
VOD.
you're
Go
not
back in
gonna,
the VOD.
you're not gonna tweet that.
Go back in the VOD. Go for it. You can tweet it. JMO an hour ago said petition for Team USA to have 6 teams because we have 6 time zones. Let's go
True. Good comms.
USA East, USA West, USA North, USA Central, USA South. That's 5.
So what about
get
Canada?
a
Because
pick,
we have the
yeah.
same time zones.
USA Hawaii. Who's going to be in Thailand's first team? We have Asia, Ziki, and Aflo.
The flow.
China only gets 1 team because 1 time zone. Imagine that's how we cook it. It's just based on how many time zones you have. No Killapause in first team? Nah.
Not on the first team, no.
You can make an argument for second team.
Please put Dexter over Zicky.
Panda said Ziki over Dexter because of like roles or something like that. So who in your spreadsheet's named Donald Kirk? That's Don.
Whoa! Really? Like, what's wrong with that name,
Okay,
Elixir?
listen.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem?
That's Connie's
Unfortunate
name, bro.
real name.
That's just my name. My fault.
What's another UK team?
Sure,
we
the
could put?
timing might be a little brutal, but I mean, sorry, that's what my name is.
We got Blast. What other UK players do we have?
Well, remember, we could get Northern Ireland and Scottish players in here.
Blast, Kaishi, and
Nags? Someone said Nags.
I'm thinking like Nags, Henchmen, that kind of angle. Yeah, which any type we can do. Imagine A-Flow on Crypto shoots his gun with Dexter. We've got debates. Chaotic.
I feel like I haven't given a serious answer in at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, Arctic is a shout. Henchman is
UK
a shout.
Pyro,
team.
what's
we
up,
put
man?
MG Clutch on Team Ireland because
Thank you for stopping by, dropping the follow.
it's not actually UK.
Hope you like our
it's
list
Great Britain, which doesn't include
as it's coming
Ireland.
down here. I'll
includes
show you the
Northern
real
Ireland.
list. These are some of our B teams. Actually, these are all serious now. We
Is
took away
Ruby
the
Great
memes.
Britain Team 1? I forgot about Ruby. We had Bowsy because Zuni Remix Powers. Bowsy's their coach for Citadel. So they probably go with their coach. We could go Ruby for Team 2, though.
Blast Nags. Okay,
Blast
now I gotta pull up
Nags.
the player list again.
What do we think? Arctic or Henchman? Pick one of those two. Or Kaishi.
Ooh. Henchman? I think I go Henchman.
Probably say henchman, maybe.
Listen, I know that didn't Funk go to like the Netherlands or something? Wasn't that where he was living when he was over there? If
Someone
Funk
said that
has,
earlier.
some
Someone did
Netherlands
say that
citizenship
earlier.
from his time there, we could put him over on that squad instead of FaZe.
Someone said, wait, hold on.
I put him in. I put him in his slash. for
Aruba.
FaZe.
Yeah, someone mentioned this, that Aruba is an
Aruba is a
island
Netherlands
country
territory.
within the Kingdom of the
Uh,
Netherlands. So,
Oh, that's why. Because I saw the Aruba shout. I didn't know Aruba was part of the Netherlands.
yeah.
I'm asking Templex right now for Thailand #1 seed. There we go. We get the coach
CJ
to
and
chime in here.
Chaotic. What a bull.
Yo, throw me over there. I can get my citizenship in 6 months. Tough. Problem is you gotta have for a year. Do we have what was Thailand team 3? We could cook another Thailand team from RRQ. Who have we left out? Have we left out
Oh
anybody
yeah,
from
he said it was was it Sato, Nola Sang, and who was the third one? Pandas, you can probably respond quicker than me finding it.
Who did Chrono? You said you had someone for Canada that was a lock. What did you mean by that?
And Mosu,
Mosu,
Mosu.
Mosu.
Yeah.
I feel like China could probably have another team, but I don't know enough ball like that. Now it's the second team because I had a list. Oh, second team for Canada. If you got a second team for Canada, we can make one.
That's what it, yeah.
What do we got? What do we got? We gonna go dark side coach. Hit me with the players. We go Cobra. Is that one of them? Blinker's brother. Pull Aiden out of retirement and future streams. Is that the team he thought of? Mexico team 2, Jaguares, Azul, and Amigo. If team 1. Well, okay, you keep throwing backs in there. We need confirmation.
Future, yeah. People, we didn't mention future streams. He played Pro League. I don't know if he quad land this year other than Open.
Chrono, hit me with the second team. Hit me with it. By the way, guys, if either of you got to go to bed at any point, you can.
Yeah, I
So,
probably got
feel
like,
free.
15, 20
we're-
minutes in me.
Yeah,
I'm having
we're
fun.
at the end here.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
got
we're just
two
gonna do some
futures.
stuff.
Future,
Two
no, that
futures.
future is future stream. Oh, you're saying like two people calling out future streams.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
two, two.
guy's a demon. So I remember he was in my first BLGS lobby ever, goes, oh my god, more over Jumba, and then dropped near us, ran us down, and then I proceeded to watch him destroy the lobby. We didn't qual. He got into Falcons lobby, and then there was beef because like they were fucking contesting Falcons the whole time, and I think he made finals. And then after he made Pro League this year, done like customs with my what's it called thing. That guy's a demon.
Who's the Wolves coach?
Wolves coach. I still have
why
the
is this
thing up
difficult
here.
to read?
Tangbao? Is that right? It says coach and
Wait.
analyst for Wolves.
Oh, that is true. We could
Okay.
have Scurry as a player for Canada.
It's just really Riley. We already had Riley in the first team, right? Yeah, we did.
Scurry, who do we do for? We could get another Canadian team here. No, Scurry, Aiden.
How
we
many
get, like, the all
Canadian
retirement
teams?
teams.
How
Scurry,
many?
Aiden, and who?
How many Canadian teams can we make before I make it? Let's be real.
You can coach this third team.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Reeds, we could throw Reeds. Yeah, boom.
All
Forgot the D.
right, we are
There you go,
not
the
eating
all-retirement
microwave
team.
bagels on this team.
Hang his manager, so no China coach. Tough. We still need a Chinese Taipei third, Pandas. Hit me with one. Roy Shaoji and who? If QQ's going China. We got to get... So, Sausage, Finland was very controversial. We had multiple people come in and argue about Finland, and this is the squad we landed on. Apparently, 0-0 is like hella retired. I thought you said that
actual
BJJ won't
Finnish
play
guys came
with
in
Roy.
here.
They don't care if BJJ plays, but I thought you said BJJ won't want to play with them. Sausage, you've been overruled. You've been overruled by by Missy. Missy came in and said this squad, and Missy's on the team. So BJJ just wants the money. All right, respect. So boom, BJJ's backing on the squad. Iraqi team for VJ. So VJ, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Bolin, Roy.
Bolin. Well, we could do Bolin. The problem is Bolin on the same team as Xiaoji and Roy? Are they all teaming or no? Does Luda still play at all? Luda does not still play, but also does work for a Canada retired team. So, Jumba, you've actually been kicked off.
I hate this.
We're putting Aiden as the retired coach, and we're going Luda.
Chat, I'm going to end on YouTube side because we're going to end on Twitch side soon anyway. So if you're on YouTube and you want to keep watching, Twitch link is in the description. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube side, guys. Appreciate
and who
y'all.
else? Who's your third, Jumba? Who we got?
Jumba, Urice,